We live.
Yeah.
All right.
Yay.
All right, guys, I'm about to start. Hey, guys, I'm back. This is Joey. All right. Let's see. Can you guys hear Kim in the back?
No.
No.
All right. Hey, everybody, it's Joey. I'm back. New episode of Superhouse, episode 70. We're going to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Volume 2. We're talking about Split, the film. Let me start that again. So, all right. So, what's this thing about Split? Is it just
Stefan just saw it and
Stefan
he
and
wants to
Andrew?
rant and hate on it.
okay?
I just saw it as well, so I can
Okay,
comment.
gotcha.
Well, yeah,
Stefan wants to take a big shit. Shit on Split.
We'll talk about it in a minute.
Just because we haven't
Think
talked
this out.
about it and there was so
Right.
much hype around it, I just want to clear the air here.
Gotcha.
Clear
All
the
right.
air. Okay.
Hey guys, it's Joey. I'm back. This is Superhouse episode 70. We're going to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. A couple of us just saw Splits. We're going to talk about that. Monthly box subscriptions, crates, and all that. We're going to talk about a few of those. I started a new thing on Twitch and YouTube. We're trying to start the Superhouse plays. I got a few videos up. We're going to talk about that, and then we're going to have a couple trailers.
Perfection.
That was amazing, Joey. Thanks for bringing us in to episode 70. You fucking made it. That's Stefan.
Are you saying anything?
Well, let's get right to it. So, Guardians Volume 2. What did everybody think? Thoughts, feelings, emotions. Don't ask that dog. Let's not ask the dog. Well,
I'll
Joey,
go first.
fuck it. Oh, okay. Never mind. Maddie, you go
Oh,
first.
sorry. It doesn't. All right. I love this movie. I think it's a great sequel. I did not think it was good as the first one, though. But that still doesn't mean that I did not like it. I heard it was better than the first one. The first one's so good. And it's hard to make a sequel these days that outdoes the first one, especially when it's that good. I'm not saying this is a bad movie. I'm just saying that it is a sequel and it is preparing us for events to come. But it's really good. That's just my initial reaction. I had a great time watching this movie. Best $10 I've spent at the movies, I think, recently. I had so much fun. One thing I really like about Guardians is I don't know, man, just this team together. They're so funny, and it makes me so emotional. When anything bad happens to them, or they're you think they're gonna die, I'm just oh fuck no! I'm fucking there. I'm sold on this cast as Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just they did a trailer for the Telltale Games Guardians, and as soon as I heard all the voices, I was like, that's not my Guardians. No, thank you. Yeah, I thought it was great. The first one just blew me away just because I had no expectations going into it. And with Volume 2, I had lots of expectations because it's James Gunn again. And it's going to be a lot more hilarious than the last one and blah, blah, blah. And I loved everything about it. Oh, Kurt Russell, I love you so much. I'm glad you're in this. I mean, it's my main crush forever. I just generally, I love it. I just don't think it's as good as the first one, but I still give it an A+++++. But that's just my
14
little
schmeckles.
basically. Loved it, man. Had a great time watching it. Laughed, cried. So good.
Sweet. Joey.
Dude, I fucking loved it, man. I was dying laughing the whole movie. There's so much good stuff in it, man. It's just Rocket Raccoon running around doing his little, he's got all his weapons and gadgets, and he's fucking up those guys in the woods, and just
Yes.
I did kind of like how, I guess for most of the movie, it's Peter Quill just meeting his dad and staying there on the planet the whole time.
Yeah.
You got, Rocket Raccoon kind of out doing his own thing, but there's so much going on with two locations, in this whole movie. There's no real well, I guess I don't know what you call them, the golden people. They're kind of what do you say?
Sovereign.
The planet's called Sovereign, but I forgot what they were called.
They're called the Sovereign, I think.
The Sovereign, yeah. And so I guess they're sort of the main bad guys, I guess. And then you have the mutiny of the Reapers, Ravagers,
I think. Yeah.
I mean, there's so many like little Easter eggs thrown in. You've got Howard the Duck. You've got the Watchers. Stan Lee hanging out with the Watchers. You know, Adam Warlock's going to be in the. You know, he's going to be part of the Infinity War, which I was not expecting at all.
Oh, dude, did not see that.
I basically told myself, I was like, no, there's no way they're going to put him in there. It's too many people. Basically just get Doctor Strange to fill his, character role. But fuck it, I guess they're having him in there, so great. You got Stallone in there.
Oh yeah.
Little appearance by him. It was great, man. I fucking loved it. There's so much good stuff in there. The Yondu.
So good. Michael Rooker, man.
Yeah,
yes.
Michael Rooker.
Oh my God. James Gunn wrote the best Michael Rooker role. Anyway, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, if you love the first one, go see this one. It's great. Yeah, I mean the opening is amazing. It's just,
it's awesome.
The opening is just like, okay,
awesome.
we're doing this right now. It's great. I love it. Kurt Russell looked great. The CG like they did for him looked. I mean, it's not like we're not in Last Stand, boys. Like we're you can turn somebody young again. You can't tell.
Yeah, that was
great.
Insane, man.
It was crazy how good it was.
But go see it. That's what I gotta say.
That means they can make a Thing sequel with young Kurt Russell.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Imagine how old
I don't want that. I don't want that.
That would be so. I don't know, man.
They're gonna do it with Robert De Niro in one of Scorsese's upcoming movies, aren't they?
Really?
Is it The Irishman or whatever?
Yeah, they're gonna do a huge chunks of it with them as like young versions of themselves.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
I didn't know he was gonna be in it.
And I was like,
that.
that's dumb. But then I saw Kurt Russell, and I was like, actually, like, imagine all these fucking older actors who are still gonna be able to get work playing these period piece characters or something. I don't know.
I read that it didn't take that much to change Kurt Russell young because I guess he has aged well. So
he aged well, man.
That's true.
He still looks good.
Yeah. It's because he didn't have any plastic surgery. I mean, if he did, very little.
Yeah.
He's got those genes.
He probably just doesn't give a shit. Kurt Russell is just like, whatever, fuck it.
He probably just didn't do a shitload of drugs, man.
Yeah, that's probably
Jack
true.
Burton.
I'd like to go next if that would be okay. Nah, fuck you.
Fine, I guess.
I thought it was a fucking awesome thing, awesome movie. Let me just get that out of the way first. I think the only negatives I can think were I kind of felt like Stallone's part was like almost unnecessary. I mean, I like seeing Stallone in the movie, and it almost reminded me of Judge Dredd a bit, his getup.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Except you could see his face, of course. And I think like what Maddie said, it's not quite as good as the first one, but it's weird.
It's still fucking good.
It's still a really fucking good movie. It's like it's a totally worthy sequel. It's just the first one is so tightly done, and this one I think also kind of suffered from maybe I'd say pacing issues. Like okay, for example, when they're in that area where they're in the prison and Groot's trying to get the shit and he keeps fucking up.
The fin. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that wasn't the only thing, but that was funny, but not funny enough for how long it was. Like for me, that scene kind of felt like that whole segment kind of felt a little drawn out. But then when you get to the third act, especially, it's like boom, 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 boom. It's like the action is awesome. That third act fucking rules. Yondu to me stole the show. It's kind of more about. I mean, of course, it's about Chris Pratt. It's about Star-Lord, but
it's about dads, man.
It's about the dad, man, and fucking like who what family really is, shit like that. And also Yondu calling out Rocket. I thought that was such a great scene. What did he say? Like, you are me, boy. Something like that.
We're the same.
We're the same. Oh my God, dude. And that's the thing too. You can't really do much with Groot because he only says like one thing. But with Rocket and all the alien characters, I feel like if this were a bad movie, they would kind of forget those people and forget their character arcs. Like Rocket has pretty much a full character arc in this movie. Mm-hmm. And he's a little, raccoon walking around. And also Gamora.
Trash Panda.
She's more humanoid, obviously. But, I feel like, if this was like a, much worse sci-fi series, they wouldn't have even cared about that. It would have been Star-Lord only.
Or her sister.
Yeah, her and her sister have a huge like arc.
Huge thing, right? A huge arc as well. So everybody is taken care of. Drax as well, you know. So
even Mantis, I think, like to a degree, like not as much, but like you get a lot of story with her, like just her being a little add-on.
Yeah.
She was an awesome addition, and Drax's humor with her, man. Oh my god, dying laughing. Like you're beautiful on the inside. Like he wouldn't let it go, man.
I can't even look at you.
But the highlight of the film, I gotta say, is I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, that was.
I love that fucking line, man. It's like, are you you look like Mary Poppins, and it's like, is he cool?
Is he cool?
yeah, he's cool. Mary Poppins, y'all. And Michael Rooker, man, stole the show for me. I mean, even that line where he's like, he says just before he does it, he's like, I've never really done anything good in my life. You're gonna have to give me this. You know, that's a line, man. That's a great line.
Yeah, so good.
Like he wants it. He's been a pirate. He's been a shitty ass person his whole life, but he wants to go out like this. And that he knew he was gonna be dying. You know, he knew what was gonna happen, and just excellent. This is the thing, you know. Even though the movie had problems, it got the main things right. The main things were there. The heart was there, and that's why it's a fucking great movie. It's a great sequel. All right, I'm done. Go ahead, Stephen. Sorry.
Yeah, I really liked it a lot. It told a really good story. You know, first off, and especially because of all the characters, it took it took time to explore some of the other characters, not just Star-Lord, but also Star-Lord, and the family themes and stuff like that were really cool. Coincidentally, I took my brother to go see this. I didn't know what it was going to be about, so I was like, oh man, like it was like a good moment. And they did a good job without making it cheesy, you know what I mean, about being about this family and this like motley crew of people. And there's that one line in it where it's like, these are my friends, and it's like, these are not your friends. All you do is yell at each other. And it's like, we're family or something like that. And I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense sometimes. Like, family's tough. But it was really good. It resonated with me quite a bit. I love the opening. I thought the opening was so cool to have all that action going on in the background and all this like big shit, but just focusing on Groot. And it was like, it paralleled the first movie with Peter Quill dancing around in that place, that like old ruin or whatever he was in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think this movie is 10 times as good as the first one.
Really? That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
I think they're on par with one another, I guess, if we can go there. I felt like this movie was a lot funnier. This satisfied the James Gunn comedic sense of humor to me, because it just kind of let him like roll with a lot of things, and it was so much more like knee slapping, laugh out loud. I was like, I fucking love this. And little baby Groot, every time I saw him, it reminded me of my dog or something. I was just like, oh, it was like too cute. I was like, oh man, I'm feeling things here. It's interesting because of a movie that doesn't like skip around as much as like the first one onto different locations and stuff. It really was on these two locations or a few locations. And it's just the way that they told the story and being with the characters. And I think the comedy helps. Like for movies like this, it was more reminiscent of something like Fifth Element than it was like any of the other superhero stuff that's going on right now. And that was cool. I like the kind of refreshing, like lived in kind of world that they've built with all these coalitions of planets and stuff. They never go back to Earth. So they're out there with all these different alien races and shit. And they did such an awesome job of pulling off kind of like a cantina moment with Howard the Duck and everything.
Yeah.
It was just really fucking awesome. So much fun. The cutscenes were great. I don't know what else. It was awesome. I was shitting on Guardians for the longest time. Watching the first one, I liked it again. So I was excited about this one, and just like going into it and watching it, I was just like, fuck. This is like so good. And I saw 3D at a theater that I hadn't seen 3D at, and they're on point with their 3D game. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to say that, just to add to what I was saying, sometimes, you know, you wonder how much Disney is getting in the way of all of this. But you have, I mean, when you look at like I kind of thought that a lot when I saw Doctor Strange's cape, like him wiping off his mouth and shit. It was like
Sorcerer's Apprentice or something.
Yeah, exactly. It was like too cutesy. And then you have Baby Groot in this one. It's like, is Disney pushing too far? But then you have scenes like with that arrow going through 1,000 guys, literally fucking falling from the fucking rafters. And like so much violence in this movie. So it's like, dude, maybe I'm worried about nothing because
that moment I was like, this is where James Gunn is becoming one of the greats, you know. Like,
and then when
fucking filmmaker.
And then when Ego's like walking and he's like fucking skeleton and like his nervous system's coming through, I was like, this is straight out of a fucking horror movie, dude.
Yeah, that was the shit, bro. It was.
It's like
it was so comic booky in a way too.
Yeah, like I definitely felt like James Gunn definitely had more of a signature in this one. Like you could tell like his like trauma, like inspirations, and like, you know, I'm sure the shit he really gets down with. It's like Disney's like, that's cool, but don't do it. You know, it's like,
so he's like the Bart Simpson of the MCU.
Yeah, he's like, what can I get away with?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Rocket says shit in it, and he's like the lovable little character. I mean, other than Groot, I guess. And then fucking, they have that penis joke too about, you know, him being a celestial.
I mean, Drax was awesome.
Disney is not fucking getting in the way all too much, I guess.
I mean,
but Disney also knows how to make like a movie for adults and for kids and like skirt the line a little bit.
Right.
I mean, it's like when you saw Ghostbusters as a kid, you didn't get all those sexual references when you were a fucking kid.
No, I did not.
But then you go back and watch Ghostbusters and you're like, damn.
Right.
Like, this has got some adult humor in it. It's like what kids are picking up on and what adults are picking up on are two separate things.
Right.
You know, like kids are rooting for Groot and Rocket, and they don't give a fuck what Rocket says. They're just like, "That's a raccoon with a gun. That's cool, Dad."
Yeah, I know.
Like, and like they don't care about anything else. They don't care about penis jokes. They don't understand it. It's like not in their like vocabulary.
Why are Mommy and Daddy leaving the room before the movie's over?
Dude, I gotta tell you, when I first saw Forrest Gump, and whenever the principal has sex with his mom, and he walks out of the room and he says, "Your mama sure enough does care about your education, boy." I was too young to get that, bro. I remember, and then he even made that like that. I remember, dude. I didn't. Anyway, I'm just trying to connect with what you're saying. Like I didn't get that at all at the time because I was like 10 when it came out.
That's funny.
No, I love that
Mama
scene
sure do care about your schooling, boy.
Between Peter and his dad when they start throwing around the little energy ball.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was funny.
That was so funny.
Because Midget's like, man, I never played catch with my dad. Nothing. And then they just start throwing it around. It's just, oh my god.
Kurt Russell is so good in this, man. He's such a natural fit.
Everything.
I know. I don't want to make it seem like he's not. It's just like he fits in so well with this crazy universe. Yeah. So good, man. I mean,
I like they added like when they would show like establishing shots of the planet Ego, like he actually had a face.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I was like,
oh my god.
They're just adding it. Cool. They're adding it all in. It's great. Even to the point where like, oh, this is another one. When Rocket and Yondu and they're on their ship and they make like 200 jumps or whatever they got to make.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was nuts.
And they're just their faces are getting all warped.
700 jumps, they said.
700.
It was like the Mars scene on Total Recall or something.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that probably was a
reference.
I love the trippiness of this movie too.
Yeah,
so like, Ego's planet is super trippy, man. That's
that
like,
monster at the beginning. It spat that like acid glitter shit or whatever.
Yeah, it's like. It was weird. It was almost like a fire, but
yeah. That was creative, and all the weaponry too, like Rocket's weaponry. It's just it's some of the most creative weapons we've seen in a major movie, or probably any movie in a long, long time. You know, it's usually just space guns, lasers, which is fine. I always want a laser gun, but I mean the kind of bomb and traps and shit that Rocket had, that shit was incredible. Really was.
Yeah.
I really like to finish this thought real quick. Okay. So I was mentioning with the space jumps. There's that one little shot where it's like a field and there's like two things fighting, and then it pans up and you see the ship come out and then go into another hole. Those two things fighting were the species was in the Planet Hulk comics. I don't know if you guys have read those, but like the sort of rock guy with the tall head, like the top of his head is real tall. Like that was those two guys. I don't know if it's personally that guy, but it's a species. So I thought that was like, yeah, they're looking at the catalog of characters and they're adding them in.
Yeah,
they're not just making.
Well,
shit
there's all that Jack Kirby porn in that Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah,
trailer. Like it's
true,
cool.
yeah.
It seems like now they're like really into a groove, so they're like embedding all these different. That's why earlier on our group message I was saying like Spider Ham's gonna show up like at some point, like in some subtle way. I love the Howard the Duck stuff. I hope that there's just like a small string that kind of goes through all these movies with a little bit more of that. Or
that Howard the Duck scene when he's hitting on that woman, it just flashed me back to the Howard the Duck movie when him and the girl have sex, and I was like, this is so fucking weird.
Yeah,
like, I already watched that movie
guys...
recently, and I was like, fuck, man, that's weird. Animal sex.
Did you guys notice that it was Seth Green who did the voice of Howard the Duck this time, and not Seth Rogen from the first one?
Interesting.
No, I didn't see the. I did not see the credits.
I realized he did the voice in the first one.
Yeah, I didn't either, man. I kind of forgot.
I got eagle ears, baby.
Eagle ears.
No, I thought you just read the.
People always say that about me.
That's old eagle ears, Santa Cruz.
No, I mean, apart from it being fucking perfectly obvious, yeah, it said it in the credits.
And then all right, gotcha. I actually have here a little I have the list of the end scene credits. If you guys want to kind of comment on that in a row or whatever.
They were all good, all worth my time.
All right, boom, done.
Yes.
No, scene 1, Kraglin learning to use Yondu's arrow. This is pretty straightforward, Yondu is going to be taken over by Kraglin. That guy, who is that guy, by the way? Anybody know?
Sean Gunn's brother.
James,
okay.
Brother Sean Gunn.
Yeah. James Gunn's
good.
brother. He's funny as hell. That country. I love that they're all country as hell. And they all say what like the bird what flew in the window, like they instead of that.
I love their vernacular, man. It's so great. Like they're like fucking hillbilly fucking ravagers. Just like low class. I love that. It's like
so fucking good.
They're all like fucking juggalos and shit. Like the look of them and the casting. The other guy who got thrown out in space, he's a really good actor.
Oh yeah, he's in Sons of Anarchy. I forget his name. He's Scottish.
I forgot that. Yeah, that guy fucking badass. Like I was kind of sad he got killed there, but it was such a cool death moment that I was like, damn, that motherfucker. It was good.
What about Taserface?
Taserface.
That guy. That's the one part I could get rid of, the whole Taserface thing. That guy fucking was annoying, but I don't know, it was funny.
It was okay. Them playing off of it, I thought it was pretty cool.
Maybe like the way that you feel about Groot getting all that bullshit is the way I felt about the whole like really your name is Taserface. Like okay, we get it. Like
the number one thing I would get rid of. I hate to say it, but it would be
Stallone
scenes because it's almost unnecessary.
Really?
I mean, his character isn't necessarily like doesn't have to be there, but what they're talking to Yondu, and he's basically like, you're not coming back to the fold, like you're not going to be buried in your stripes and colors and whatever. And so, and then we go to the end, and Yondu actually does something good and gets buried with his colors and stripes. And so, yes, in a sense, that scene mattered. Did Stallone necessarily need to play that guy? No, but hey, he's fucking in it.
I liked that it built a little backstory to the Ravagers, and it started to build the nobility of Yondu at that point.
True.
At that point, anything could have gone on, and I fucking love Sylvester Stallone.
Right. That's what I was gonna say too. Is like you get some more Yondu backstory. You don't know why he never gave Peter to. Until like
and those guys,
Gamora finds the skulls and stuff, and
right.
I don't know. I thought it added to it. I mean, I'm fine with looking at Stallone in a movie. I got no issue with that.
Yeah, it all connects with the comics. Them being like Stallone's team being like the original Guardians or modeled after the original Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
That brings us to number 2, the second in the credit sequence or post credits. Teaser.
Yeah, sorry.
Stallone's original Guardians. He plays Stakar Ogord, in the comics known as Starhawk, the leader of the original Guardians lineup. And I guess with Ving Rhames and shit, they're going to be maybe a spinoff to the original Guardians.
Oh, yeah, Ving Rhames, that's right.
It'll be like the MCU's Expendables, man. It's just like these older actors playing these older age superheroes. I'm in.
That sounds like right too. Yeah, I didn't think about it from that angle, but yeah, I think you're right.
I see all angles.
I didn't know that's who they were. That's awesome because like every time, like I remember like this movie started to come out, and they started to sort of base the comics off these characters, or vice versa. Like this new Guardians of the Galaxy, they're still new. Like the ones that came out in like the early '90s was like a whole different cast of characters, except for Yondu, I believe.
Yeah.
And so that's awesome that those characters are Stallone's guys. I didn't.
Well,
realize
what's really cool. What's really cool about it is like it makes. Well, because early in the movie, they're all like, "We're the Guardians," and people are calling them, "There's the Guardians" and stuff, and that would make sense after after the first movie. Mm-hmm. But it also kind of makes sense with the older team of Guardians. Like, so maybe there are some people within this universe that see Peter Quill and his team as the new Guardians. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of by accident creates even more backstory, which I thought was kind of cool. And I fucking love Sylvester Stallone.
I really hope they show up in the Infinity War. Like, as like, you're just like that moment in the movie when you're like, oh my God, the team's going to die. And then Stallone comes in with his crew and you're like, oh fuck, I totally forgot about these guys.
They get wiped out all quick. Sorry.
I mean, maybe they do something to help out, to help the team out. Yeah. Maybe they die, some of them, but I don't know. Yeah. I think it's a cool little addition. I'm with Stefan though. I would love to see like an older ragtag team of like, just these old Guardians going on these adventures.
There's a lot they could do with that.
Way out of their league in some of these things, and just like
Bruce
the old
Willis is Steve Rogers.
Dude, sign me up.
It'll be a lot of.
If they ever make a Paradise X movie, that's when Bruce Willis should be Steve Rogers. Earth X.
Hell yeah! Oh yeah, right, totally, dude. An Earth X movie is where I'm ready for that shit.
This team includes Krugar and Mainframe, voiced by Miley Cyrus.
What?
Yeah. That name of that robot, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, they said you were going to hear her someplace in the movie, but I didn't catch it.
Was that the end credit sequence with them?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was the second one.
Okay.
I like the red alien dude. I want to see.
Yeah, that guy was cool. That guy was cool.
Which guy? I'm totally blanking on this whole scene. I remember Ving Rhames, and that was it.
Like a lobster type looking guy. Almost.
Yeah, he's like a red alien that was like, I guess, a part of the original team, but I don't know his name. I've never I just knew when they like all got together. I was like, oh shit, this is like OG Guardians right here. And I was just like, I don't know any of the characters' names. I don't know who besides Stallone, I don't know really what's going on here. So, but it was cool. I enjoyed it. I thought it was, Next one, move on.
Next one, the big enchilada. It would be the Adam Warlock one, the third one.
Oh yeah.
Of course, everybody thought they were going to be skipping out on Adam Warlock. They thought maybe Vision or Doctor Strange would take his place in the MCU, but that seems to not be the case anymore. They really are going with Adam Warlock. And he'll obviously play a huge role in the Avengers 3 and 4. Seems like I don't know, maybe they'll do him in 4 because, I mean, that's a lot of story, right, to bring him straight into 3.
Nah, just fucking do it.
Just do it? Yeah, all right.
Yeah, because I don't really think, I think you guys know how I feel about Doctor Strange, how it's like ultimately forgettable for me.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, whatever. It was a fun movie to go see, but it's not Guardians. It's not So I think to make an Adam Warlock, he'll probably get a lot of the screen or most of it. But I think if they're smart, kind of like James Gunn, they'll be able to balance all of this. I don't really think show him being born. That's it. That's his origin story, and then explain his powers. Done. Let's move on with the story. And then if you didn't read fucking Infinity War or Infinity Gauntlet, that's your own fault.
I read Infinity Gauntlet. And I forgot who has what gem and all that. I forgot all the details, but I have it right in front of me. He had the soul gem apparently in the comic, basically, but that's supposedly in Vision's head. So whatever role he has in the MCU is still a bit of a mystery. What were you going to say, Joey?
When the Infinity Gauntlet book starts, Thanos already has the gauntlet with the gems.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
it's already there. There are 2 comics that I haven't read yet. It's called Thanos Quest or something. There's 2 issues, and it's basically him getting all the gems.
Okay.
Huh.
But yeah, when she's like, I'm gonna fight. I have a way to kill them, and you finally look over, and it's like this, container like she's building another Captain America. She said, I call it Adam. It took me a minute. I'm like, Adam, what the fuck? What is that? All right. And I finally thought about it. I was like, wait, they're gold. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Adam Warlock.
It took me a minute too, because I was like, like Andrew, I just assumed Doctor Strange was going to be, they're just going to retell that whole story, like just with the MCU and whatever. And then I was like, oh well, shit, they're fucking doing it. All right, I'm ready. Let's go. I just don't need I don't need a whole movie. Let's just move on.
Right.
I like his pretty blonde hair.
Oh, Adam.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm wondering because she's building him to fight the Guardians, but like obviously he plays a big role in fucking Infinity Gauntlet. So like,
let me think.
yeah. So like, where does he pop? Does he just come out in the second one after he's like, oh, we got this new guy. He's going to come in. I don't know.
Wreck shop.
They got it all figured out, man. We're just waiting.
I know.
Playing the waiting game.
They have algorithms fucking writing these movies, man.
Google Deep Minds writing.
Deep Minds fucking like blim, 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 blim. Give the humans what they want, then crush them slowly.
That's fine. I mean, if they give me what I want, that's good.
They can crush me anytime.
That's what it's gonna be. We're all gonna have universal basic income. As these robots come, and then we can kick back
And be divorced from the burden of labor.
Just let me get through this new Star Wars trilogy, please.
The burden of reality. They will. That's all we'll be doing is watching our shows and spending our universal income.
Sounds great to me.
Yeah.
Scene 4, Teenage Groot.
So
the only thing I got to say about this is I think that was funny to see. I like that ultimately, but to have a whole movie with a teenage Groot, I feel like it'll be almost kind of annoying just because teenagers are annoying.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know the time frame of when Guardian shows up to Infinity.
He'll be an adult.
Or how fast he grows up,
Yeah,
right.
They'll take that. He'll go through puberty, and they'll take that.
Just be young.
He'll be old.
Groot.
Yeah.
All his
Baby
all his
Groot was
branches are
cute.
spreading everywhere. That's great.
But
I mean, if
fucking tree monster kicking some ass.
I mean, I think it would be fun if it's like played correctly. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
It's
I
gonna be
didn't
a little
think
shit.
I didn't think like little baby Groot. I was like, oh, this is gonna be adorable, but like and he'll save, like he'll plant that bomb, but like what else can he do? And it's like the fucking opening scene, he's just dancing. I was like, great job, fucking love baby Groot.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
they'll
like, I
make
mean, I
it
can't
work.
imagine the antics of a teenage Groot. So
Skateboarding.
God, fuck yeah, man! I watched Groot skateboard. I don't give a shit.
Turn him into Bart Simpson in a way.
He's
Has a
playing
hoverboard
fucking-
from Back to the Future. Yeah, let's.
He's
fucking
playing
do it, man.
Magic the Gathering with Silver Surfer.
Oh my
Get
god!
out of my room! I'm Groot.
I did like the Star Lord could understand him. I thought that was cool that everyone's getting the I am Groot stuff. So
All that scene
I
really
enjoyed
needed
it.
was a fucking circle wipe to Peter Quill's face.
oh, dude, it would have been
Now I
great
know what
if-
Yondu feels like.
It would have been it would have been great as like a fucking 80s sitcom or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would have been incredible.
Some laugh track in the background or something.
That's like a Deadpool move almost.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. Scene 5, the Watchers have enough of Stan Lee. When I first saw this, I did not. I honestly, like, I might lose my nerd cred here, but I didn't know who they were based on their
Already
looks. I
lost.
was like,
What?
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
I know. I
Andrew.
forgot, man. I
I
forgot what
flipped
the
out.
Watchers look
I
like.
flipped out.
Get
dude.
off this podcast. Just get out of here.
I was squirming in my seat.
Yeah, you're
Dude,
losing
when
your
he first
shit.
appeared,
Yes.
I was like, oh yes, yes.
They're the
Now-
Klingons, right?
Not that bad. Oh my god. But this also confirms well, I wouldn't say confirms, but definitely gives a lot of credit to the fan theory that's been going on for a long time that Stan Lee is a Watcher himself in the MCU.
What a great way to like include Stanley in all these and like make sense of every time he shows up. I think
Right.
it's fun. I mean, he created a lot of these characters and stuff. And
You guys are my ride home.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
That
Stan
shit was
Lee, so
great.
it's amazing,
he's
man.
old.
Yeah, I think it's awesome, and I want to see what they do with him next. You know.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
I
Maybe
love
we'll
all
get
the
his own
movies. Stan Lee. I mean, I'd watch it. Fuck it. Marvel's got me, man.
Take that, you evil doer!
It said that he's more than likely he's Uatu the Watcher. The Watchers are the oldest species in the universe, in the Marvel universe, higher level extraterrestrials who monitor all life and catalog everything that has ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
Theory is that Lee has been one of these beings all along, although the appearance alongside comic accurate watchers jokingly suggest that he's one of their compatriots. This is from ScreenRant.com. Yeah, so that's Guardians.
I'm down.
Hello, true believer.
See, it's like because they have they're doing the casting for Peter Dinklage, and I'm trying to think like again, there's people are saying Puck, and I'm like, okay, like with Adam Warlock, it's like what role does he play? Like what role does Puck play? You know what I mean? And so I was thinking that he would be the Watcher because the Watcher just basically you just need a face.
Right.
He's under a cloak. Like you probably don't. If you look at the Watcher, he's very big and tall, but he's still short. He's still like a short body with a big head, and so that could easily be Peter Dinklage. But
I thought he was gonna be like MODOK or something.
MODOK.
if he was in an X-Men movie again, maybe.
Is MODOK?
I mean, they could also just CG him up. It could just be motion capture and a voice. So,
He's
so he could play anything.
That is true. Any final comments on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Go see that shit.
It's amazing. Go see it.
That shit.
Indeed.
It's dope.
It's hilarious. Funniest movie this year, easily.
14 schmeckles.
And just again, like to reiterate, just the fact that he's getting away with this shit. Everything that we're seeing, like on the movie, it's like, yeah, he just got away with that. That's great. Like, it's like it's super silly. Like when the dudes are being blasted up in the woods, it has that wide shot of the trees.
Yeah.
Blasted up on the left, cool. Blasted up on the right. It's like this is great. They're having such a good time with this movie.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
I think after they're like, all right, James Gunn, you can make Guardians of the Galaxy, and then it did so fucking well, and I don't think Marvel even thought it would do that well, or it was going to make money, but the hit that it is now,
they're at $500 million right now.
Gunn can get away with anything,
Yeah.
They just made $500 million worldwide now.
Yeah, I mean, and they've already said 2020 Guardians 3, so. And he's directing, which is great. I'm glad he got a trailer.
A new president, baby.
Hell yeah, boy.
Jesus Christ. Let's do it.
President baby. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
All right, that's it for Guardians. Let's move on. So what happened here was we started Stefan and I hadn't seen Split, and Maddie and Joey already had. So Stefan and I watched it, I guess a week ago or Monday? Some shit. Or Sunday night maybe. Yeah, we talked about this in the previous episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, we have some continuity there. So
I think so, yeah.
So anyway, Stefan definitely wanted to make a little comment about this.
Here's the thing.
Comment, fucking rant.
Here's the thing. No, it's just like you read all these articles and heard all this buzz about it being like a return to form for M. Night Shyamalan, and it's like he's back, and it's like he's on point with his directing game and everything, and it's like not that it's like such a great movie, but it's like such a surprise or whatever. But in my opinion, this movie is just absolutely and completely useless. Like there's no reason for it to exist. If it was a movie about a guy with split personalities terrorizing these girls and them having to form relationships with the different personalities, that's interesting to me. But the whole movie is trying to sell you on this mythology about this beast and all these superhuman ability or whatever. And for my money, I guess none of that was just at all interesting.
Money to see this though.
It just meandered along, and the whole movie, the whole purpose of the movie is to set up an Unbreakable sequel. Like there was no reason for that end cut scene.
Genius.
No, it was terrible. The whole movie is expository. The whole movie is expository dialogue, like holding your hand from next step to next step. You still with us? You still with us with the horde and all that wacky, crazy stuff we're throwing at you? It's just like complete made up stuff, you know what I mean? Like nothing about it is good storytelling, and nothing about it is interesting, in my opinion. That's what I wanted to say. And I felt like I was like, oh shit, people are talking about this movie, maybe I should see it. And then I finally saw it, and it's like, what is the purpose of this film? James McAvoy's dope in it though, but those characters are lame that he plays. But anyway, what do you guys think about what I think?
I mean, I'm just gonna say this. I thought the setup for a third movie I never thought I wanted or could care about was great. Like, because I did not see that shit coming. And when you go to see this theater in the theater opening day, like no one expected that shit.
Sure.
Which I think is great. Like as a director, like to direct a movie and then set up a movie that no one's thought about since 2000 was like,
why
fuck,
not just
man.
make Unbreakable 2? Why do you have to make Split? Like, this is the most uninteresting film like I've seen.
I'm going to agree with you. Like, I like Split. I don't think it's great.
Yeah.
I do think it is a bit of a return to form compared to like The Last Airbender and fucking The Happening.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it way more than those films for sure.
Yeah, they're pretty on par.
I think McAvoy's great in it. I think the girl actors are good in it. But I was also kind of towards the end of the movie, I was like, this is it. And then when it became an Unbreakable sequel, just a kind of, I think it's good. I think it's cool because you don't know it's an Unbreakable sequel till the end. And then it's like, I don't know. I just think it's cool that it's like you get that you're going to see Bruce Willis as his character again. And I don't know, man. I think it's kind of cool because you don't see a lot of movies do this. Like anytime you get a sequel, it's like, let's put familiar faces in here. Let's do the same thing we did the last time. Let's, expand on this or expand on the characters, which is cool. Like, I mean, after seeing Guardians 2, I love that shit. But I also like the idea of someone just making a movie who set up a third film. I just think that's kind of cool, and not a lot of directors get to do that.
But all you really needed to do was make a second film. You know, an Unbreakable 2. People would have went. Maybe I think people would have went to that. I don't know.
I think so too. I just think it was a clever idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that. I think
I was just like, I was totally like, is this it for sure?
I think in the scope of things,
it's
Split will be very cool once it's all said and done.
Really, I don't think it's a watchable movie.
I mean, you watched it though. You didn't walk out of it like you did Kong. So I mean, apparently you wanted to stick around to watch it.
Well, I wanted because everybody was talking about the hubbub and the twist, and there wasn't really a twist. There was just a fucking plug.
Yeah, that's the thing I gotta say. I was like, "What's the fucking twist, man? This fucking
and all that
I don't
stuff.
have a problem with it,
and
but
then
it's like
he's
that's not really a twist in the story. That's just a fucking sequel set.
And then it's this whole build up to where he gets this little girl cornered or whatever, and he sees the scars or whatever, and you are broken too. You shall be strong. And then he's like, rah rah rah. Like, what the fuck just happened? Like, sorry, I hit my microphone. Like, what? Why? My only question throughout the whole movie was just like, why am I watching this? Why is this unfolding? Like, what is happening? Nothing is happening in this movie.
I think this is a classic thing of hype machine.
I think honestly, maybe for sure. Hold on, let me finish.
Classic case.
Let me finish. I think so too, for sure. There's that huge angle because I didn't think it was going to be like good. I just wanted to know what the hubbub was, and it's just like the movie's useless. I've already said that, but fuck, I lost my train of thought. God damn it. Go ahead, guys.
I thought so. I saw it too, right? So, and I thought. I didn't hate it, but I definitely didn't love it either. I was like I wondered, like, after I watched it, I was like, why did people get hyped up over this? And maybe it is just the sequel setup and like, it's that thing where, making your Christmas list it was more fun than getting the gifts on Christmas Day. It's like people love waiting for shit. And that's part of the reason why people love post-credit scenes now. And Marvel's made it huge. Is it playing off of Marvel and all that? 100%.
Yeah, I mean, like the whole movie was the end credit scene. Like,
and that's what got
the bang was just performance was very good.
He was good, but I feel like
insanely good.
I feel like he was wasted on it. You know what I think happened is M. Night Shyamalan started writing a script about split personalities, and he got to the angle about it having to do with like sexual abuse and being strongly tied to that. And I think he started shying away from delving into that with James McAvoy, who would have been down for this whole monster angle that made absolutely no sense, was extremely convoluted. And I think he started doing all that because he had this one script and maybe another idea, and then he's like, oh, maybe I can trick people into fucking watching Unbreakable 2.
This character was
smash that shit together.
This character was originally in Unbreakable, the first movie.
Oh,
but he
really?
cut it because he thought it would be too much to have two villains straight out the gate.
Well,
so
then he
it's not like he
dodged
just
a bullet.
I mean, I think the character's cool. I don't think the name, calling himself the Horde and all that bullshit, is that cool. But I do like the personalities and kind of gaining this like other, like, I don't know. I mean, it's a fun
the Beast is basically the id, of his like psyche. That's basically
Yeah.
what, like, I mean, I guess it's a personality, but that's, you're just kind of this, like,
Yeah.
ravage beast, I guess, who now is somewhat invincible.
I wish he
But
would
yeah,
have
like after
transformed
I
more.
saw the film, like I thought Split was good. I probably wouldn't watch it again. Not that it's, I felt it was bad, but when the ending came, I kind of like was like hyped for Unbreakable 2 or whatever they're gonna call it, and I was like just basically
Glass.
just forgot that this
Glass.
movie existed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of
I
like
didn't.
you kind of like no Split, like you kind of forget that. All right, I just watched this movie, and now it's kind of like it's a big setup for this next one. But like I don't know, I just kind of felt like maybe the movie was ruined for that, because now everybody's gonna be hyped for the next one, which I guess is a good thing.
Yeah.
This is kind of a throwaway movie, like you were saying, but I still enjoyed it while I was watching it. But
Yeah.
now that it became something else,
I think that the action of it kind of falls flat too to me. I mean, even that chase scene in the end where she locks herself away and then he just like rips the thing open, starts ripping the bars open, and then I know he like looks at her and there's that exchange, and then he switches personalities again, but still like that just kind of falls flat, man. I mean, ultimately, it just
has no story.
It could have been better, and like what you said, Stefan, about like if they were making different relationships with different personalities, that would have been a lot more interesting. I mean, they sort of head in that direction whenever he's trying to play off the kid personality, because that's the way in. The kid, the 9-year-old Hedwig, is is his weak point. Is the chink in the armor, right? So that was a very interesting part of the movie, and it shows that the characters are smart. She's strategic.
My favorite character was like the queer fashion guy. He was the best performance out of McAvoy's best character in that movie.
Was good.
All the rest of them were kind of just like caricatures, and
I like the
that one seemed like fully fleshed out.
The woman character,
you got only. I like. Yeah, she was good in that kitchen scene where she told her. Like, that was like. I'm not knocking that. McAvoy's dope, and Shyamalan, I believe he's not a great director, but I believe he's a good director. I believe he's capable, and he's done some good scenes. But I just wanted to speak on this movie for those who may be curious about it any further. I wouldn't recommend watching it.
I think the whole, I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed like the post-credit scene. I think that's what because of course I know he directed Unbreakable, but like I had no desire to watch it again. I've seen it like 2 or 3 times, but like back in the day, and I enjoyed that movie a lot. And I thought that was kind of cool and clever. You don't see a lot of film directors being able to do that today, or to even call back on their old films like that. And to let him make a movie, and then at the end of it go, do you want to and let him do a third film? I think it's kind of interesting. I mean, it's kind of like those movies that like you watch it and then a character shows up in another movie and you're like, holy fuck, that's weird. That character's also in this movie, but someone else directed it, but they put this character from this film. I just don't see a lot of movies like this. I don't see any other director doing this. I don't see, not on this scale, not on like going to see like a big budget film, everything like. That's why I liked it. I mean, I don't think it's a great movie. I had a good time watching it. Thought it was fun. I'm excited to see Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson come back in Glass and with James McAvoy. I'm interested to see what that story is going to be.
Yeah.
I think honestly, Split would have if Unbreakable was a comic and then Split was like the follow up graphic novel to it. I feel like everyone would be like, holy fuck, this is kind of cool. It's like I don't know, it's not that great. So
I agree with you. I think that people's expectations get insanely higher once it becomes a movie.
And then it's like Joey and I saw it opening day, so this is reviewers knew that this was coming, but no one had even spoiled that. And then you guys just listening to us talk about it and the twist, it's you guys have this big hope for this huge thing, and it's not super huge, but it's kind of cool when you finish a movie.
It's not that. It's the fact that it wasn't a twist in the story. It was. That's not really. I wouldn't call that a twist per se. That's just a surprising setup for the next one. A twist. The classic twist is like the Sixth Sense type of thing, where it has something to do with the whole first part of the movie and. I don't know. This is just expanding. This is like a universe expander.
The only thing I was expecting was like a cohesive film, like a cohesive story, and there was from my perspective, like there wasn't really any of that. I wasn't expecting like a big payoff or anything, but it just but people are like, oh, that shit's cool too. It was a good talking point. It got a lot of people talking, and that's what I wanted to be involved in, was the discussion about it. So, you know, the movie aside, like that's cool. I think, you know, like an Unbreakable sequel of some kind would be really interesting. I've been hoping for that for a long time. But yeah, it was just more about like, you know, because in my opinion, like what you're saying, Maddie, is like it's cool. It is clever or it's like cool when a director can do something like this. But at the same time, I was like, but why like waste the audience time for 2 hours on something like you're kind of passively into, just to have this setup? Or maybe he just tacked that on. I don't know. Maybe he's really into his story about the Horde or whatever. I mean, I guess
think
it kind
he's
of
really
seems that
into
way
it.
because, yeah, it does seem that way because of all the like mythology he strung together within all the lines of dialogue. You like, it's you know, there's never one point where he's telling you anything visual like he used to. He's just telling you, and that's what really bugged me about it. It was just, I was like, oh, this isn't, because the buildup was good. When he got him in the car and he got him in the building, they're like pissing on
that was a good
themselves, and his
scene,
girls
man.
are like, I was like, this is cool. Like, where's this gonna go?
Like an Uber kidnapper.
And then
topical.
like my least favorite
And
character
scary.
was the therapist, and how she's trying to convince her whole like realm of what are they, scholars or whatever, like that she's doing something valid and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh, this is such a waste of time. You had such good ingredients for it to end up this way. And then like, yeah, the twist was cool. It was clever. I thought there was actually going to be some other twist, and then that tacked on. So that was what I was kind of waiting
Yes,
for. And
I was the
like,
same
oh,
way. Yes.
like
I think that's just
that's what, you know, I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be like classic. Maybe that is where the hype got me, but nobody's told me anything like that. They're like, I won't ruin it for you, but there's some shit at the end or something like that. But
But you knew about
yeah,
the Unbreakable
that's it.
setup going in.
just because I had read something about it kind of passively, it's kind of ruined for me. I was like, oh fuck, that's,
Yeah, it was ruined.
or
It was,
somebody, yeah.
it was ruined for both of us, and
That's what I'm
so we
saying.
were
That's why you gotta see
expecting
the
we were
shit.
expecting some other kind of twist. I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that was
and then
like
yeah,
part
and
of
then,
the issue.
and then to sit through the whole thing, I was like, oh man, bummer.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't think I hate it as much as you do, but it's
yeah. I just wanted to get into it for a little while. I think it's not a good movie, but I guess we kind of agree. I guess we kind
talk
of
about
agreed
it
on
for a
that
while,
in our own way. I think we all kind of agreed on that.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Anyway, thanks guys.
And that
Anything
was
for
Split Talk.
Stefan.
And that was the rant of the week.
No, there's a lot of those, I guess. All right, we're gonna move to the next one. This one's kind of a weird news segment. I'm gonna see if I can like do a little article type of thing every week, and see how that goes. Just something that requires at least a small amount of research. So what this next segment is, I wanted to kind of talk about monthly subscription boxes of all things. Like, you know, you have Loot Crate, that's the most famous one, and they have like their spin-offs like Lootware, Loot Gamer, Loot Anime, and there's a lot more of those. And I'll just list like some weird ones, and then maybe we can talk about it and see, you know, make fun of them or whatever, or comment. So there's other geek boxes too. There's Super Geek boxes, Nerd Block, Geek Fuel's another huge one. There's horror ones. I'm going to get into that in a minute. There's Kawaii box. Kawaii is cute in Japanese. It's like Japanese candy. I saw a really cool one, and I think Johnson would like too, actually. It was like robot anime type shit, and it was called Loot Taku. And actually, personally, I subscribe to actually 3 of these, and they're all totally different. There's one I subscribe to called Imperfect Produce, which is I get produce sent to me that's imperfect. It wasn't visually, didn't look good enough to put on the shelf, so they send it to me, and it's cool to get
I've
fruit.
seen that. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's cool to get fruit, like a huge box of fruit sent to your house, like right to your door. And then I actually, because of other podcasts, I actually got a subscription to Harry's Razors, and
Nice.
that's good shit. And just recently, I subscribed to Nick Box, which is quarterly, and it's retro Nickelodeon shit.
Cool.
Rocco's Modern Life and Angry Beavers and Doug and shit like that.
Yes.
Dude, I lived on Nickelodeon back in the day, dude. I've seen every Doug episode like 3 or 4 times at least. Anyway, let's get to the like weird. There's some weird ones. Okay, there's Survival and Tactical Gear by BattleBox.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
The thought this is
want it.
This is what it says. The thought of living in a post-apocalyptic world might be fiction fodder for most, but there are people who take it seriously and prepare for it. Subscription boxes like this are not as uncommon as one might think. Depending on the plan, the basics is $25, blah, 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 blah. And it includes survival manuals, emergency supplies, EDC, that's everyday carry, or tactical gear such as fire pistons, concealed carry holsters, watches, belts, knife of the month.
I need every month in case.
Certain enclosed products follow a theme, a different survival or tactical scenario each time. That's BattleBox. And then this is another one. This one's called Apocabox. I love that name, man. They say it's better to be safe than sorry.
Amazing.
And it's true. Natural disasters, zombie apocalypses, medical emergencies, and other calamities can occur at any time. And it can be harrowing.
Awesome.
Trying to scrounge everything together when trying something like that.
That's awesome.
Apocabox is a bi-monthly subscription service that will send you a variety of survivalist gear, from fishing and hunting items, bows and fire kindling, to food items and beef jerky, protein packs, and
we should do a Superhouse Prepper Con and go to the fucking Doomsday Prepper convention.
Dude, we definitely should, bro. I'll go to any convention.
Yeah, awesome.
Alternatively,
These boxes sound amazing.
There's also the Sere box, SERE, which sends you items each month to help you to store, equip, rescue, and escape. Thus the name.
Awesome.
Incredible. I love these weird ones, man. Like, all right, there's some food ones.
What else?
There's some food ones. Sumo jerky.
Oh my god!
Try the world's highest rated beef jerkies for your monthly beef jerky fix. These services deliver surprise flavors of artisan varieties to your office once a month. You get its rival is stick in a box apparently, and flavors like teriyaki, chipotle, barbecue, and bacon. There's a kimchi box. The name says it all. If you've ever wished someone was delivering fermented cabbage to your doorstep, think no further. This service is the answer to your prayers. Bacon of the Month Club is the next one.
Geez.
Offering exactly what you'd expect, Bacon Freak.
Bacon Freak
provides you this meaty subscription service for those who are not content with simple store-bought bacon of their neighborhood.
Brilliant.
Pickle of the Month Club
Hell yeah.
includes a variety of dill, sweet, bread, and butter spicy, and more. That's all there is on that one. There's some women ones, Johnson's favorite. There's Hello Flow, which is a startup for a monthly tampon and pad subscription for the ladies.
Whoa.
There's one called Le Parcel, which is the same thing, but also sends pads, panty liners, chocolates, and shit like that. There's one called Code Red, which is it starts out, "We know your period sucks. We're here to make it better." Code Red crate options include Cravings crate full of candy, another with facial masks and relaxing agents, and there's the highest one is called the Code Red that includes combinations of all of that shit.
Holy shit, ladies!
There were a lot of female ones actually, like makeup
got you
boxes and
covered,
shit.
man. Sounds like.
Yeah, there's
the
quite
internet.
a bunch of those. I labeled this subcategory as a dark emo fuck category. There's a few of these, all right?
Oh my god.
Yes.
I'm excited for this.
Year-round Halloween surprises from Hallow Fiend. Halloween doesn't have to just be once a year. When you subscribe, you get a box full of tricks and treats, each month for $21.99 or lower. Items.
Yes.
You call this dark emo fuck because I love that. I don't think I'm a dark emo fuck.
Dude, it was a joke, man. It's a joke.
Yeah, well, I don't find it very funny.
Well,
I like Halloween too.
Yeah, right?
Flagon.
Items contained in this regular mystery box include appropriately themed apparel and costumes, decorations, tricks, and surprises, films and books, and even tasty snacks. There's never been an easier way to embrace your love of horror and the eerie holiday spirit.
Nice. Did you know that today is also Halloween? Is what I would say when I get it.
It sends you Nightmare Before Christmas every month. A new one.
It's my favorite movie. I made this entire tuxedo out of Nightmare Before Christmas DVDs.
Now I get 12 a year. All right. New age pagan worship supplies from Box of Shadows.
Yes.
Subscription boxes for witches and pagan worshippers are surprisingly not that hard to find on the internet. This one in particular is affordable. $20 a month. Great beginner collection of supplies, directions, and surprise items assembled for pagans and by pagans, it says.
I'm there, dude. I just fucking clickety-click, got one.
Products you may get include candles, incense, smudge sticks, whatever the fuck that is, herb of the month, gemstone of the month, and more. Oh, man.
I'm into that. I pick up rocks sometimes and I take them home with me. I really like that particular subscription box. That one and the pagan one.
All right, last one in dark emo fuck category. Interactive murderous tales from Hunt a Killer. Here's something truly unique. Rather than a box subscription, Hunt a Killer sells memberships. Only 250 new memberships are accepted a week, and community of members very active online. $25 a month. You prepay for a year if you want. You'll receive a package every 4 weeks containing investigative tools, clues in the form of objects, puzzle pieces, coded correspondences, and other items related to a case. Each case is part of a huge, indefinitely continuing, immersive, and interactive story involving a serial killer, murders,
awesome.
And other things dark and scary.
I love that.
All right. Next one.
How much is that one?
Let me see. $25 a month.
Never mind.
Don't like it that much. fuck that shit. Next category is sex.
Bros. All right.
Boink box. It's a fun-filled
Boink box.
This is a fun-filled adult's toy box. Every month you get a surprise box to enjoy by yourself or with your partner that features lubricants, massage oils, vibrators, blindfolds, beads, Benoit balls, whatever that is, eggs, steamy ideas to put the products to good use.
Yeah, some people want to plant eggs into them for sexual pleasure.
Really?
They want to be like a chicken. It's like a bird fetish.
Wow,
I've heard about that.
Really? That's a thing?
No, just me.
It's not a bird thing. I think it's just like a weird sex thing, like having something inside you all the time. It's just, I mean, I don't know. I'm not into it, so I don't fucking know.
If you watch The Handmaid,
describe it like
you'll know
that.
what Benoit balls is for.
Oh, shit. Topical. All right. Dirty photo subscription box. It's
What's the point in that? Online, Jesus.
I know.
Is it of strangers?
Atelier.
That's fucking weird, dude. That's getting into some
Or do they
weird
send
shit.
you? Or do they send you pictures of yourself?
Atelier Balthazar is a fantastic photographer, no doubt, and every shipment includes 5x7 hand-signed Polaroid photographs. However, the photos are all shot in a peeping voyeur style, featuring semi-nude women looking at other semi-nude women in magazines or
Now
advertisements.
that one I'm getting.
Yeah, that one was
Fuck, man. Ugh.
There's a lot of these like weird ones, man. And then the last one in the sex category is Brotection, which is just a condom delivery.
I mean, that's not bad.
Box.
That might be worth it.
Yeah. It's
Just gonna end up giving away all those condoms.
Delivers discreetly to you on a monthly basis, so you don't have to wait in line in a store or go online when you run out of condoms. It says they offer 6, 12, 24 pack and a variety of quality brands and styles.
Is that even like a thing anymore? Like, fucking
Condoms?
well, like just like going to the store, like, are people really embarrassed? Like, I mean, fuck, man, people have sex. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Just like,
I don't
I
get
always
it
go
either.
in and say, "Where? Point me to your largest condoms."
Jesus. Super
Kind of
XXXX.
it breaks the ice.
I would look at you as the clerk and go, "You don't need the big.
I can just
I'll point you to the small ones.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't need this baseball
We keep
bat
the
down
big
my
ones by the
pants then.
counter for real men."
God.
Hey,
I see that long hair, boy.
hey.
Hey,
Like a girl. All right, now I'm gonna. This is the
Got girth.
super weird, super weird section. They get weirder. Biohack box. Start training to perform your best with the help of biohack. With biohack box curated by expert trainers and filled with. Never mind. I got confused. It's not
it's
as
just
weird
a
as I thought
penis
it was.
pump.
It's workout gear, tools, and superfoods. But I thought there was another one. All right, anyway, fuck that. I fucked that one up, guys. That one's not that weird.
Jeez.
There's a Moss of the Month club. Yes, you read that correctly. If you're a lichen lover, then why not subscribe to Etsy shop owner Teresa
your favorite types of lichens.
Moss of the Month Club. Each month you'll receive a sandwich bag full of live mosses and lichens, as well as other moss-related items and terrariums and rocks.
They have.
What more
there's
could
these, like,
you
little,
ask for?
There's these little moss balls you can get, and they just float in like a jar or whatever, and they're like alive, and they're just like these little greeny little fucking. Anyway, go ahead.
It's like, is that a thing? You know, I thought that was like one of the weirdest ones.
People like moss, man.
That's a thing?
Apparently, I guess so. They have a box for it.
All right. Maybe this one isn't super duper weird. Maybe the sex one was weirder, but mystery tackle box. Self-explanatory. This box is packed with 3 to 5 fishing lures tested and approved by the pros. This box is the only one of its kind, and when stacked up next to beauty and fashion boxes, it seems very out of place. Nonetheless, it makes a great gift for that distant uncle in your family who never stops talking about fishing.
that's not that weird. People fish.
Yeah, it's not that weird, I guess. I guess I couldn't. Maybe I needed to put in a miscellaneous category. Anyway, Squint Box
Oh,
delivers an assortment of handcrafted miniatures to your door each month. I put a review here from Squint Box. The review was, "Such a treat. I love my monthly mini fix. So much fun to open every month." I don't know. I love the phrasing "mini fix." That's pretty much it, guys.
Classic.
But I just thought that some of these were so funny. The sex ones and the
are
pagan
these the
ones.
only? Are these like the top ones that you could find, or are there more?
There's a lot that are just like the geek stuff kind of was like the number one thing. It seems like, but I'd say a close number 2 is one called Birchbox, which I hadn't heard of until I started doing this research, and that is, I believe, like a women's box, like not a sexy one, just like makeup and
Deodorant,
facial shit. I don't know. I didn't look much into it, but that seemed to be a pretty big one.
Huh.
Interesting. I would say, yeah, Loot Crate and Geek Fuel probably the top ones. I've heard Loot Crate was like the what do you call it? Fastest growing company in America.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
Everybody loves getting good shit in the mail.
They love little trinkets every month.
Because I had Loot Crate for I think about a year, and I enjoyed it, but like, most of the stuff that would come in, like I'd probably benefit maybe 1 or 2 items, and then the other stuff was like I could easily just throw it away or give it to somebody.
Did you give it a lot of his gifts?
A couple,
Yeah.
And then I end up like, now I'm just like every month, like there's just more kind of, I don't call it junk, but like, just like extra stuff that I'm not really excited about,
Right.
And again, I might get a cool shirt or some socks or like a figure or something, but the rest of it's just like, I don't care about the rest of this stuff. So I did it for about a year and I stopped.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sci-fi and horror ones too, but they weren't like weird enough to talk about.
Yeah.
They should make one that helps you get rid of a body.
That would be in Dark Emo Fuck. Dude, there might be a Satanism box.
Emo fuck.
Satanic. I'm looking at it right now. Satanic monthly subscription box.
That's the new character. He's in Dark Emo Fuck World.
Dude, wait. Oh my god, bro. I found one just now. Altar Box. Luciferian Apotheca. Open since 2007.
Holy shit. They were on top of it.
It's a bunch of
They were ahead of the curve.
Yeah, apparently. Holy shit.
Satanists just show a lot of really just, a lot of initiative.
They do. They're ahead of the curve. You're right. All right. That's it for that section. The next one would be we wanted to go into these trailers right here, boy. Trailer reactions. So the first one we wanted to discuss the Defenders trailer. Where I guess we're a little late on this. This came out about a week ago ish. Did it come out Monday or no? Seems like it's been a while.
I feel like it premiered this week with The Dark Tower.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was early
Monday
this week,
sounds
yeah.
about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we all have the link in our little box, so let's cue it up, but don't play it all like just yet. So we can all start at the same time. Oh shit.
Yo, okay. See.
Which one are we starting with? Defenders?
Yeah. And then the second one's going to be the Dark Tower
Right.
trailer. And we'll do a little live commentary on this shit.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, boy.
Hell yeah, boy.
What's going on,
Story
boy?
begins at the dawn of time.
When monkeys rule the earth.
When monkeys rule the earth. There are two races. One of man, one of machine. They
Well,
have been at war.
it's the dawn of
History
time.
books. Don't you all remember about reading about Transformers in history books? I do. I have a tale to tell.
Hashtag Trump's America. All right. You guys ready? Y'all queued up and all that? You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready,
I am
y'all.
ready.
All right. So-
So
3, 2, 1, and then start. Press the play button on the start button. No audio on your end. So
can you hear
3.
the audio?
No, well, no, we're gonna add it in the edit.
Gotcha.
So anyway, so yeah, 3, 2, 1, start. Handcuffs. I can hear somebody's audio.
Oh.
Stefan got that shit. Anyway, yeah. So we have Jessica Jones with what's her name? Misty.
Misty Knight, yeah. Daredevil
Man,
walks
fine.
in.
Daredevil.
I'm your lawyer.
Oh, I love that Misty Knight.
Yeah, man,
Oh,
I do
love that.
too. Yeah,
Oh, I love that. Jessica Jones as well.
man.
Boy.
I guess he's out of prison. I hope Iron Fist is better
that?
in this.
I think it
Who's
will
that guy? Cool. With them together, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the shit.
I'm excited
That's
for
the
that.
shit. Boom.
Smack Luke Cage in the face.
Blickety blow.
Kevin Smith said that just the fact that they got a Nirvana song is them swinging their dick around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, we can get this license. Fuck you. You know, we
Yeah,
paid all the
totally.
money for this shit.
Same thing with Thor Ragnarok and Immigrant Song.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Yeah, like that kind of shit. It's like a power play in a way.
Marvel
one knows
got a
what the
big
fuck
old
Elektra's
swing
gonna
of
do.
dick.
Yeah,
Yes.
so Elektra's coming back in this one, not
She's
season
gonna be
3
a
of
badass.
Daredevil.
That's what.
Sigourney.
Ripley.
So
Still
good,
looks
man.
Good.
Stick.
Stick is my favorite
Scott
character.
Glenn.
Yeah, Stick's awesome.
So fucking good, man.
All right.
Fucking. The fighting looks on point, I'd say. Definitely on point.
What did her costume look
Boom.
like? Her shit looks dope. Elektra.
No. What are you talking about? Bulletproof. Blind ninja. Whatever it is you are.
Classy.
August 18th.
I think it looks
Dude,
fucking
so soon.
awesome.
It looks awesome. Is it just going to be a whole season, or is it going to be like a movie?
It's like
Season.
8 episodes or something. It's going to be short.
Oh, really? I didn't know that part.
Yeah, that's what I'd heard. It's going to, yeah.
It looked awesome. It looks really great.
Yeah, I don't have much to say other than the fact that it looks fucking
Kudos.
awesome. I don't know what else to say. It's
Kudos.
good to see the team together and all that. You know, I definitely want to have that scene where I'd like to see Matt Murdock being his lawyer and helping him get out of prison, but he might just break out. I don't know. You know, from Luke Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just pops up and he's everybody's lawyer.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like he wants to help
Guys,
out somebody that was wrongfully incarcerated. I don't
Right.
know.
I got some time to spare.
Yeah.
Plus, I need you to help me save the world.
Right. It's Sigourney Weaver. Who is she playing
I
as?
don't know. I don't know if it's been revealed or what.
All right. I mean, anybody else got anything else to say about that? You know what I'm saying? What?
Nah, I think it looks cool.
That looks good.
All right. We're going to do the next one. Dark Tower.
Yes.
And that came out this year week as well. So let's cue that one up.
I'm ready.
I didn't know much about this at all before going in. I haven't read the books or anything, so it's been all new to me.
Yeah.
Are you
know a
guys
little
ready?
bit, but pretty much new. Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, start. I like McConaughey playing a bad guy.
Yeah.
That's good shit, man.
Especially after how sweet he's been.
He's out in the
Yeah.
desert,
What the fuck
man in
is
black. And then this kid.
The scenery and everything looks amazing.
So this kid doesn't really pop up until like what, the second book?
Yeah, he's in the second book.
Okay.
The movie isn't like, it's like they've read the books, they know what happens,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just kind of made a movie.
Like kind of rewrote it a little bit.
Yeah, like it doesn't follow the Stephen King novels to a T.
Right.
Like, this is just their like
Okay.
interpretation. I don't know if we're gonna get like 3 of these because there's like 7 or 8 books, so I doubt we're gonna get 8 fucking Dark Tower. You know,
Yeah.
because
Wastelands.
The effects and the design of it all, like the art direction, is really great. That portal that opens up is cool. Like
I think the creatures look fucking dope. They look evil.
This gun porn in the trailer is so good.
gun porn.
Gun technique porn, I guess.
Yeah.
Gun fu.
Gun fu, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, those creatures are
It
cool.
looks nice. It looks nice and darkly magical, like gothic magic fantasy kind of stuff. I'm really digging the look of it.
Is it going to be a trilogy or is it just this one?
I don't know, because I know they want to do like a spin-off TV series set in the Dark Tower universe, so I don't know where this is going to be. Is going to like necessarily like fall or how many we get, because it looks like they. I don't know. I mean, from this trailer, it seems like it's just going to be one movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm
You
not
got
sure.
the Man in
because-
Black, but then there's like, I just read the comics and there's like the Crimson King. I don't know if he plays a
Yeah.
big role in the books or not, but
I only read the first 2 and then half of the third one.
Jeez.
I like that shit right there where he loads the bullets like that.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
say that
cool.
the first time, actually.
Amidst all the other kind of like Matrixy kind of stuff, or really him loading the gun that one time with the bullets falling into it, that shit, I think it's kind of cheesy. But contrasted to that other thing where he's loading the bullets in with one finger, that shit was fucking awesome, like styly, really cool.
mm-hmm.
This is going to be amazing, man.
It definitely looks
looks
really
like it-
cool. I'm not-
If
This
anything,
shot's
it'll-
awesome.
Yeah, I hope Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey get some good scenes together.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because this is just gonna be the movie. Oh, that's that Matthew McConaughey Idris Elba movie. You know, like
Because I know by like the second book, like he still hadn't caught up to the Man in Black. So because in the second book he gets like pretty fucked up. Idris Elba's character.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There's like a scene where he's like fucked up. Like I do think they have a battle and he's fucked up, and there's like these weird crab creatures on this beach that start trying to eat him. And that's like when the kid comes over from like the other portal or whatever and like pulls him away. Like there's all this weird shit happens. So, I mean, I think they're going to kind of bypass a lot of like what's in those books. Cause like, I think the Gunslinger's like 200 pages maybe, and then the next one's like 400, then the next one's like 600, and then the next it's like 1,000-page books. So
Jesus.
there's a lot
How
of
does
fucking shit there,
Stephen
dude.
King
Like,
do it.
Yeah, that's insane.
I don't know. I read Tommy Knockers, and that book fucking sucked, man. And that was like 900 pages. I did not care about half the shit that was in that book. There's a good like 300-page book in there, but not like he's like almost like Tolkien at a point. It's like there's just too much, man.
Yeah.
But
is like his
I think it looks
fantasy.
great. I love all the little nods to like The Shining, Pennywise, and then Matthew McConaughey's Man in Black knocks on a wall or points to it and says "Worship the Crimson King," which is cool. Which is Joey's saying other like in the prequel comics and stuff.
The cult of the Crimson King.
I like that we're getting
century schizoid. They better have some fucking King Crimson up in there in the soundtrack, yo.
That's just not gonna happen.
And they did in Children of Men.
Well,
anyway, go ahead.
Well, I really like that they. I really like that they are kind of creating the Stephen King universe with like Castle Rock coming out, Dark Tower, Pennywise, and they're like because all of his books kind of take place in like all around these towns. So I really like that we're getting like we have like the MCU, we got the DCU, and now it's like Stephen King. Let's get some good Stephen King movies out there.
And the Shyamalan U. Don't forget that one.
yeah, exactly.
It's not really. It's not really. It's just 3 movies. But I like that.
I see where he's going.
Anyway. I mean, that's what he wants. Who doesn't want to get up in all that money?
He's got a huge year with this and the It remake too. Stephen King. It's like another big year for him. Stephen King, like he has like 2 movies basically this year.
I don't know if he has anything. I know he's doing a book with his other son. So I forget what that's called, but that's coming out. So I don't think he has
Stephen
like
King's son writes as well.
Well, he has his son Joe Hill that writes, he's fucking awesome. And then he has another son that I guess he's doing like another collaborative thing with. But him and Joe Hill have collaborated on stuff. But yeah, Lock and Key is by Joe Hill, which is Stephen King's son.
Oh, okay.
Which is also going to be like, what channel is that coming? Like they're going to do a pilot for it again?
I don't remember.
But the movie Horns with Daniel Radcliffe was Joe Hill. So
I did not know that.
That movie's not that good, but the book's better.
We need a Maddie Reed section.
Fuck, I read so much. I'm reading this really cool book right now. I can't wait to finish it. But
what's it called?
It's called The Fisherman. Joey, are you reading? Are you listening?
I got the audiobook, so I'm going to be listening very soon.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just kind of like Lovecraftian right now. A lot of weird shit going on about these guys finding this weird kind of like off the beaten path like fishing place that has like a bunch of people have died at it, but no one really knows what happens to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
These guys are gonna go fish at it, and like all the backstory with like the main character and stuff is like that's good. Right now where I'm at, it's like they're telling the tale that made this like fishing watering hole like so like within this small town like so famous.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty cool. It's a lot of like dark art shit, like old world magic being passed down from like generations in Europe and stuff.
Cool.
Shit I really like. So
awesome.
Awesome,
awesome boy. All right. What else do we have on this thing? Oh yeah, man. So if you've been paying attention to the Superhouse Facebook page, and that's also connected to our Twitter, we have been posting. Well, Joey has been posting a lot of his plays, your Let's Plays, essentially your gaming footage. So, Joey, you wanted to talk a little bit about your little gaming experience this week?
Yes, I kind of started this week, just sort of uploading videos of games I've been playing. And I know we kind of talked about we want to do like a Superhouse plays where it's like kind of multiplayer or single player, kind of like I'm doing. So basically, I have a PlayStation 4, so I stream it to Twitch, and then so I have them on Twitch as well as YouTube, and I'm throwing them on the Superhouse page so people can just sort of see like updates and whatnot. But my Twitch name is Lone Sword 2, and my YouTube name is Lone Sword 3. So there's 2 and 3. I'll probably change my Twitch name to Lone Sword 3, so it's all one here soon. But So this week I played through Little Nightmares, which I enjoyed. It's a rather short game, but the art style and just like the tone of the game's really
Really good
cool. It's dark yet it's cute. You're just having to basically just run away from these sort of giant,
it's
crazy. I don't know. I wouldn't say creatures, but deformed human beings.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy that, and I'd say pick it up if you get the time and chance, or just watch my videos.
It's like Little Big Planet, but like just extra creepy.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of got that like somewhat 3-dimensional platformer thing going. It's a really good game. It's really moody and fucking atmospheric.
Yeah,
I loved it. I looked at one of your videos, Joey, to figure out how to cut the dude's arms off with the long arms, and there's this whole, the puzzles in it were really good. It's short, but it's like a really satisfying little fucking platformer.
Yeah, that took me a little bit. I was like, okay, so I know what to do. I'm like, all right, what do I do? Like, I'm just got so frustrated. Like, like it kind of reminds me of like, a step up, not really a step up, but maybe graphically, but it's like a Limbo or Inside type of game. And they don't really tell you much. So you kind of have to just die and figure it out. And so,
best kind of games.
Yeah. Let's see. And then I basically I've got a couple videos up of Outlast 2. I'm enjoying that game quite a bit. I kind of like playing it. It's definitely scary, and there's a lot of jumps. I'm not as terrified as I was with Resident Evil 7, probably because I'm not playing with VR. But I'm enjoying that. So I've got a couple videos, and I'm also this week I'm going to be working on finishing Outlast 2 as well as finishing the Dark Souls 3, the Ringed City DLC. None of these have commentary. I want to do it eventually. I just need to work myself up to it because I feel weird. I feel like I'm just talking to myself.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm just like, hey, look, there's a thing, and oh shit, that was scary. It feels weird, but we'll see. I kind of want to get into it, but so yeah, it's twitch.tv/LoneSword2, the number 2, and then Facebook, YouTube is just look up Lone Sword 3, number 3. And I got a couple of videos up. So
Joey, I want to watch them, but I also want to play them, and I don't want to ruin, especially like Little Nightmares, because I thought it looked great. I just don't have funds right now, so
right.
I'm gonna watch that. I want to watch the Outlast one because I probably won't play that one before I play.
Yes, that's the idea. It's for for people who don't have the time or the funds and really want to play these games. And there's a lot out there. We all know there's a lot out there, and there's videos abound. And I just want to put my little 2 cents in, and you guys let me know what you think.
I also tried to watch you play Outlast when you first you were online, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna tune in while he's actually doing this. And I had the connection wouldn't work 2 or 3 times, and I was like, well, fuck it. So I tried.
Twitch is kind of weird at first. I remember having those issues as well.
Yeah, just if you guys.
Sometimes I would watch Joey play Dark Souls 3, when you first got that, and I was playing it too, and we were playing it at the same time. I would tune in and just watch you play for a little bit just to see where you were, because you can just do that if you turn on that thing or you can invite people and stuff. So
the one thing I was kind of thinking it's if you were watching me play and I'm playing at the same time, there's a delay. So it's not like you can we can kind of comment together, because I'll be like, oh, fuck, this happened. And then you're like, well, I don't know what's happening yet. Oh, shit, I just see what happened. Yeah. So it's like a delay. I'm like, so I don't know if there's a way to fix that. I'm see if I can look that up. But that'd be cool to have some viewership or something if you guys like watching live. Yeah. But one thing I want to do for all of us, I know we got a couple more weeks, but May 26th is when Friday the 13th drops. Yeah. And that is a full-on multiplayer, kind of, one guy's Jason and everybody else is camp counselors, and you basically have to just figure out how to beat Jason. Either get killed or kill him or escape.
or fuck everyone else over and escape.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm fucking all you guys over. I'm just going to let you know right now.
So that'd be cool.
I mean, that's my plan.
we can talk about this later. Just
I'll get you when I become Jason.
Got to figure out like dates and times when it can work and we can all play.
Yeah.
And you know, I've got a couple other friends who's going to want to play as well. And yeah, we should do that.
I'm gonna try my best to get it when it drops.
I looked this up. It's there's no box release. It's online only, and it's $40.
Yeah.
Getting it.
Oh, that's not bad. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just do it.
You can.
$40,
I mean,
$40 release.
I think that if you go on Steam, which obviously you know we do have that, but I think we're going to prefer a PlayStation 4. You can pre-order it and you can get like skins and you know all this other stuff. And maybe that'll come up for PlayStation 4 once it gets close to release. We'll get some sort of like pre-order thing.
It's weird. There's not a pre-order right now because I mean it is the month. You know.
Yeah, I think there
Right.
was at a time, and I was like, I don't want to get it just yet, and now it's like
Yeah.
unavailable, which I'm like, oh come on. But
Yeah, I'm
That's
sure
what I really want a box for. I was kind of not upset, but, you know, a little disappointed that there was no box. I want to see that box art of like Jason with a PS4 logo on it and shit.
yeah, there might be one
Yeah.
eventually. You know, like with those guys that we've talked with in North Carolina, they might make one. You know, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hope
limited
we get the,
run
uh,
games. Yeah.
Oh, they should include that new like Tom Savini skin that he made especially for the game.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
in the
one you can
download.
pre-order. I know through the website.
That's cool. I wonder
But,
when. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we should get that shit. It'd be fun.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'm looking forward to that.
Superhouse Let's Play.
Joey, I think maybe even Stefan, we're gonna get in on that Injustice 2 when that comes out as well.
I do want to get that game actually.
I'm
It was
still-
just announced that Starfire and Red Hood are DLC now as well. That was announced this week.
Yeah, I'm still debating. Like I want to get it because I want to play with you guys, but I think other than that, I'm just I feel like I'm not interested.
What?
I really like.
I'm passing. I don't
I
like.
really
fighting
like the
games,
newer.
so-
My angle is I really like the newer Mortal Kombat games. So I'm definitely like excited. That fighting engine is fucking awesome. It should be
for sure.
pretty satisfying.
It's. I mean,
game to
yeah.
play.
I'm.
And
I
then all this-
watch all the news for this game. It's my most look forward to game this year, dude. I cannot.
I mean,
wait.
Damn, but Andrew's a
characters are
different
available at
story,
launch?
son.
It feels like there's so many characters available at launch.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
I wanna-
fucking incredible. I'm gonna be Swamp Thing day one.
I just want to play as
Baby.
Supergirl. And
Supergirl.
pause it on those pause it on those moments when you can look up that little skirt, like how we used to do. Like how we used to do it, Chun-Li.
Yeah.
And then she would like jump and do the splits. I'm like, yep, here we go.
Did you
puberty.
guys have that rumor going around when Killer Instinct was out? Remember that when she had like her quote unquote finishing move where she just takes off
Yeah.
her shirt? There was some rumor in my town that you could do a special code and she would turn towards the screen, but her boobs were all warty.
What?
I swear to God, every kid I knew believed
Somebody
this.
need to
don't know.
Google that.
This is before the internet, so we couldn't look it up. But I mean, I remember trying to find the code to see her tits.
When they make a Mortal Kombat 11, we need that American Gods fatality from Melina. If you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh
know that.
yeah.
You know
That that American Gods is fucking awesome. That show, I watched that shit last night.
Basically,
When
Andrew.
you say gods, I was thinking of war gods. That
No, basically,
that sucked on
Andrew.
N64.
There's this god, and remind me of her name, guys.
Starts with a B. Fuck.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah, I didn't know we were talking about American Gods.
Bilquis.
Bilquis,
Well,
yeah.
she's like, she's apparently in a red light district area, and a guy picks her up and like takes her to, they're at a bar.
They're on a date. They're on a date. They're on a date. Takes an internet
Takes her
site.
to the room, and it's total like red light district room. Anyway, they start having sex, and she's like, I want you to worship me, and she's like, worship me, and then he finally like gets to start worshiping her, like, you're whatever, I worship you, your breasts, your hair, whatever, and he just starts getting sucked up by her vagina.
What?
It's a
Vagina
fucking
basically.
awesome scene,
I
man.
honestly never thought they would put that in there because in the book, that's like the only time that God shows up. So
Yeah, it was amazing. I was
So
like,
there are
and dude,
literally
he keeps-
gods in this. I know nothing about this book.
It's
Yeah,
they-
you
they
gotta.
kinda
You should
dis-
read that shit,
it's
Andrew. It's
good.
fucking
They're
amazing.
displaced. That's all I'll say, because I'm still kind of like maybe almost 200 pages in.
damn, Joe, you got a lot to read. That's like an
I know,
800-page
dude.
book.
I know. I've been working,
It's a quick one though.
playing games.
I read it in a couple of weeks.
But
I've read it like 5 times, so it's one of my favorites.
oh wow, okay.
It's so good.
But that's been a while. I haven't read it
that-
recently. I've been thinking about picking up another copy because my copy's really beat and reading through it
That
again.
first episode was fucking art, man. That shit was a masterpiece.
Dude, fucking Ian McShane is Wednesday is fucking the best
Oh, that's
casting
great.
ever.
He's so good at. I was a little rocky on the guy playing Shadow at first, but once I got into how he was doing the character and stuff, I really like it, and the imagery and the amount of like, you know,
That
like
fucking buffalo
sex
scene.
and violence in it. You know, like they're straight up competing with Game of Thrones with this like way more mature, like scholarly, dark kind of. I don't know. That first episode fucking sold me, man.
Is
I
it
don't really
HBO?
think
So
no, it's
It's on Stars. I'm saying it could be in good competition with like Game of Thrones.
Oh, definitely.
The amount of
that's
like
some fucking-
the amount of like unapologetic like raw adult themes and material that's going into the show is like
I
that
don't like
opening
to compare.
sequence.
don't
I mean,
don't
this
like
show
to-
I just fucking what was it?
I said I just don't want to compare. Like just Game of Thrones and this are two totally separate
Right.
things. I
No,
don't
right.
wanna
I'm not
give you the same-
I'm not comparing the two shows. I'm just saying you could.
But when you say it,
because
people
of-
are,
You're
this
saying
is
how
Game of
adult
Thrones.
they're as far as their adultness.
Right, yeah, it could be, you know, like, yeah, exactly.
They're not holding back on the sword.
level. In the first episode, you see fucking like Viking warriors getting like sliced and diced and blood going everywhere, and the most beautiful, like even more beautiful than anything Zack Snyder could ever muster up. You know what I mean? It's so violent and it's so
Flashes.
like outwardly like sexual and like erotic and esoteric and shit. It was just I fucking loved this first episode of the show so much.
Maddie. So I've been reading the book, and like, I guess they wanted to go ahead and put in Mad Sweeney early, because I don't remember reading.
Nah,
about
he's
him
in there
just
early.
yet.
No, yeah, he's in there. That scene is like straight out the book.
And it's in the book early.
Yeah, it's in the first like,
I can't remember
like
that shit.
after he seals the deal with Wednesday, he meets Mad Sweeney in that bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I,
they have that little thing. I don't
took
remember him
20
showing
breaks
up a
between
lot
it.
later on. But
Okay. Yeah, I want to finish it
it's
soon.
it's right after he meets Wednesday in the book, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it's at that same. But the alligator, like all that shit, is like straight
And
out
that
the
shit
book.
was cool. The sets, man, the art direction of this show.
That fucking
like-
trippy fucking buffalo scene was fucking great, man.
Yeah.
I fucking love
Yeah,
that.
like they did a good job of like, you know how, you know, like people are like, well, the book is better than the movie or whatever, blah blah blah. I feel like they did a good job of like capturing some of the stuff, like the dreamy style imagery in your own head. Like that's just Neil Gaiman. He's just so good at conveying that. That like when I watched it, like there weren't too many things that were too foreign for me to be like, oh, it's kind of like it, but not really. Like I felt like I was fucking reading the book again.
I like how
Yeah,
they're
I mean-
adding those early American flashbacks.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
good.
I didn't like it at first because I just wanted to get into it, you know.
Yeah.
Because I was just,
That's
I've
how I
been
started.
waiting
I
for
was
this,
skeptical
and, like,
for sure.
I've been since when I first finished this book, I was like, and you know, people always complain about like, oh, there's no good movies anymore. I'm like, fuck, man, there's a fucking good movie right fucking here, man. Like this shit needs to be seen. You know, if you're not gonna
Yeah.
read, because a lot of people don't read these days. Like,
None.
oh my god, you know, and like to finally see it, I was just like, get into it. I was like, what's this Viking shit? I don't care. Get into my shit. And then after I saw it and finished the episode, I was like, that Viking show is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Pretty excited.
It had,
I just felt like, honestly, man, it's going to be hard to stretch this thing out into like multiple seasons. I feel like they
don't
make
think
such
they
I'm
a.
just wondering how they're going to do that. Are they going to like?
I mean,
just
it's
Yeah.
got to be
run
3
with the
seasons.
Anansi
at
boys,
most.
or
I know they're going to do
Okay.
a spin-off with the Anansi character. So
they'll probably play a lot of that shit into it, in and out of it. Yeah. I don't know. As
Well,
long,
yeah, well,
as
that-
long as, sorry, as long as they're like, as long as they keep up what they're doing. Like I was in at the opening sequence. That shit was just raw as fuck.
yeah.
And then
I needed.
the way
I
they-
had to see
yeah.
Shadow. I had to see how Shadow played before I was in. Because
That's how I was. Yeah, a little bit.
because I like that actor. Like I'd only seen him in the 100, and he's okay in it. And I was like, that's cool casting. I like, you know, he has that look is cool. But I always pictured Shadow as like kind of like The Rock big. I don't want Rock to play the Shadow,
Yeah.
but I just wanted him to be a lot
Yeah.
bigger because I just, you know, like I'm not gonna ruin
Yeah.
anything like about his what's happening there because it's great. But yeah, I just
that guy's a
I
big
imagine
dude.
him
He doesn't have the face. He doesn't have the face you would expect Shadow Moon to have. Like when you're reading the book, You know, I see more of.
But
I saw more of like a Marv style character that was like
But
a black guy, but.
Yeah, I feel like, but like his scenes with like I was like, when he talks to Wednesday, this is gonna sell me. Like if this actor can keep up with Ian McShane, because I fucking love Ian McShane. That dude's a fucking powerhouse.
So good. He's having so much fun.
But when they had that scene, like on the airplane together, I was just like, yeah, fuck yeah, man. I mean,
that dude playing Mad Sweeney.
His cellmate.
Oh yeah.
Wait for so many things that come. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude playing Mad Sweeney was awesome too. That guy from The Wire season 2.
Yeah. I thought he was really good. I was like, he better be able to pull off a pretty fucking decent Irish accent if he's gonna play a fucking leprechaun.
Yeah. I love it.
I mean, if you see if you see his role in Orange Is the New Black, like you know he can sort of play this like kind of, you know, obviously he doesn't have an accent, but it's very similar, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, like The Wire, I love his I think he's a good actor because I loved him in The Wire, but
yeah.
You got to have that accent, though, dude. You gotta have it
for sure.
He was good.
Yeah, man. Episode 2 tonight, boys.
Yep.
Is it? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Hibbity.
All right.
I'm actually glad we really talked about American Gods because I was like, I know Joey's gonna watch this.
Too.
I don't know if anyone else is.
I kept trying to.
I was like, I think we should all get on board. We should all watch this because we don't have Game of Thrones.
I know. I gotta start reading before the episodes catch up with me.
I watched that and Fargo last night. I was fucking.
I gotta watch the new episode.
What I've heard, the episodes will go to like the midpoint of the book.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I feel like things were moving pretty fast this first episode though, but I feel like they probably had a lot to like. Yeah. To get you into this world, they have to give you a lot out the gate.
Yeah. Kind of like what Preacher did, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm at least glad that they're following it. Like they didn't like do a setup to get us into the book.
Yeah.
Like it's just like. Because the thing is like when you see an adaptation of something you like love or you hold dear, you want to see that stuff come to life, and see what like the vision that director or the team has. So I'm glad that I didn't have to like get set through like 3 episodes of like, oh my god, dude, just show me fucking Shadow. I don't care, like
Right?
It's like, this is the character I want to follow, and the characters he meets on the way, I want it to happen that way,
Yeah.
But I'm glad we talked about it.
Yeah, me too.
You guys start watching the Handmaid's Tale?
Not yet. Okay. I want to. It's just I feel like I got to like be in a good state to like
get in. You got to be in a good state.
Yeah. I don't watch a whole lot of TV, to be honest. So I'm trying to.
Yeah. It's fucking.
I watch a lot of cartoons because they're short, but otherwise. Yeah. But American Gods, I'm gonna be on. I gotta finish Legion. I love Fargo. Silicon Valley is my shit.
Oh, that's a good show. I'm going to have to catch up on a lot of HBO stuff when Game of Thrones comes out because that's when I'm going to get a subscription. So, like, in between Game of Thrones episodes, I'm just going to catch up on a bunch of shit.
I still got to finish Treme, and there's a bunch of cool HBO shows. I got to see The Night Of recently, which was fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I watched, like, 4 episodes of that. I never finished it. I liked it.
Really?
There's so much shit all the time.
It's got a good payoff. Yeah, that's the thing. There's
I love that
actor. Stuff I want to. I was on a kick this last week. I was watching just like stand-up comedy specials, so I burned through a bunch I wanted to see.
Yeah, I watched a bunch of documentaries.
Some good stuff. Yeah, totally.
I was trying to think.
But American Gods will be a good one to keep up with this.
I really think it should be a Superhouse thing. I think it should be. I think we should do it. It's only like 7 or 8 episodes. It's not like we got a lot to catch up on.
I'm down.
Gotta get Andrew involved with us. Andrew should be watching this shit. He knows what's good for him. Man, that was a massive shit, Andrew.
We can hear you the whole time. You didn't press your mute button or something.
I was like,
yeah.
Did I?
You guys remember? It was like,
douche. Did I eat corn?
Sorry, we all had to take a collective shit break.
Oh, are we on break right now?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, we were talking about American Gods and stuff we've been watching.
I'll watch it. The endorsement from all you guys really tells me something. It's just, I honestly, full disclosure, I've never read a single thing Neil Gaiman's done. I don't know anything about that author.
On a fucking amazing experience.
The show will treat you nice.
All right, I will watch it. I mean, I put it up in my queue as you guys are talking about it.
Get that shit on your Audible, son.
Yeah, I guess I need to. Yeah.
If you want a book to
Those
ease you in,
motherfathers.
because I was given American Gods and like it was raved about, and I tried to read it the first time, and the length scared me. I mean, if you're listening to it, that's different, but you
Yeah.
see like an 800, 900 page book, you're like, nah, come on, man, this is a bit much.
Right.
So if you do pick up
I
a
read it-
novel, I would say
yeah.
start off with Neverwhere, because after I read
Yeah.
that, it's like 300 pages, and I was like, fuck, I'm hooked. And then I sped through American Gods. So I always
Okay.
tell people, if you want to get started, I would start
I
with
read
Neverwhere.
I read through American Gods pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking great. Like after I finished it, I was like, what
Like,
the fuck
it
was
keeps
wrong
you.
with me?
It's what them folks call a page turner back in the day.
Oh man, I know what you're talking about that now. You know what I'm
They
saying?
still call it. I still call it a page turner.
It's a page turner, an edge of your seat page
I don't
turner
actually say that.
Is it
about gods having sex.
Wow. They have penises.
It's Andrew. I think you would just like fucking get really into it, especially like all the mythology that's in it.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
the
that
shit.
stuff.
It's so good, dude. And it
I didn't
opens
know
up
Neil
with the
Gaiman
fucking
was
Viking
British.
battle scene.
Yeah, dude.
I looked him up while you guys were talking about him. I was like,
Tell me
okay.
this, Bush. What do you know?
I'd say nothing. I
Just
reckon.
kidding.
He's got a great voice too.
I'm just
If you
kidding.
hear
Oh,
him
yeah.
talk. Oh,
Gaiman,
so
yeah.
good. Because he
I like
did
when he
the-
reads this stuff.
Because I got
Sounds
the
like an angel.
I picked up his Norse mythology book on Audible, and he's the one who reads it. That was good.
Mhm.
That was good.
Oh shit! There's a brand new It trailer that just dropped. Maybe. Sorry.
Should we fucking do that shit or what? Boy, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. If you guys want to, I'm fucking down. I'm fucking super pumped for this fucking movie.
Maddie, can you send the link on that? This is live, guys. Live on this podcast. We're doing it right now. Let's do it.
Hold on. Wait. I forgot how to internet.
Remember the internet. Remember the things you were taught when you were a boy.
Blade Runner trailer drops tomorrow.
Oh,
shit, boy.
Excited.
Oh shit, boy.
go to Movie Access Trailers is where it's at. 47 minutes ago.
Oh, can you send that link then?
Okay,
I'm having
everybody.
like my computer is like a tablet, so I have to like hook it into my like
In. Put it in.
my keypad, but then sometimes it fucking messes up. So
You got a Surface, bro?
Let me know when everybody's got it.
hold on.
it's like an Acer off brand.
Hold on a second now.
Comparable to. Oh my god! Stop! No,
Don't play it.
damn it! I can't hear audio. This is what sucks.
You don't need audio.
Yeah, but I mean, I do. I want to hear it.
For later, yes. All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, start. Yes. Some of this reminds me of Stand By Me.
Well, it's a Stephen King story.
Yeah, so there you go, right?
Yeah, I mean, Stephen King. This is like his shit. You know.
Yeah, he loves that shit, huh?
Yeah, I mean that's like most of his stuff all takes place in small town in fucking Maine. And it's,
Creepy ass people in this town.
yeah, dude.
Is this
Oh wow.
is it a spoiler if I
boys
find
pack
out
it.
if the guy is a demon or not, or like it's just a pedophile that puts on clown makeup? Like
Watch the
Um,
trailer.
too spoilery, huh? Okay.
I mean, you could just watch the 90s
Get it
movie
from,
and it'll
Stranger
tell you
Things.
everything you need to know. Dude, I need more Pennywise. We're almost a minute in. I need some Pennywise, yeah.
That kid's gonna die. Glasses boy.
Yeah, because he's got to go make Stranger Things season 2.
That's true. Yeah.
I actually don't think any. I don't. Maybe someone dies. I can't. I haven't read the book. I'm trying to read the book right now, but it's like 1,000+ pages. It's fucking a monster.
Oh, okay. Get the fuck out of there.
Yes.
Get the fuck
Oh.
out.
That's cool.
Why are you still there?
Is that his nose, bro?
No, it's a balloon.
His nose just glows, man. That's cool. The makeup's cool.
All right. I'm excited.
Yeah, that was good. Just a little quick reveal.
They haven't done his voice yet, which a lot of people are like, "How does he sound?"
Does he talk a lot in the original?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh man.
You
All
should
right.
probably watch that. You should probably watch that original movie, Andrew, before the this new one comes out.
Or should I just be like pleasantly shocked when I see the new one?
Sure, you do what you want.
But you'll miss Tim Curry's award-winning performance.
All right, maybe I'll watch. You said
Or
just
somebody
the
gave him-
first VHS is enough.
Yeah, when they're adults is whack.
Yeah, the adult part fucking sucks. But if you want more of the story of like what Pennywise is, then you should watch the second part.
Like I was talking to somebody at work actually about this. They said you've never seen it, and I was like, let me tell you why. That was a 2 VHS clown movie. That's how I viewed it. I did not want to see that when I was a kid.
Whereas Maddie went, fuck yeah, a horror movie with a clown. Let's watch this shit. Andrew went, nah.
Dude, the very fact that it was 2 VHSs, I was like, I can't. I just can't.
Daunting accomplishment. That's like a 1,000-page book. You're like,
Yeah, it's like
I do have all afternoon, but
I'm just gonna say I love that makeup with the enlarged head stuff.
Yeah.
Like I've been looking at the effects a little more and like just how off the like anatomy is to the Pennywise character. I was like, this is fucking cool.
yeah.
I didn't notice it at first, but I've watched that the first trailer a couple of times.
It adds to the mystique.
Mm.
This is a kind of a non sequitur, guys, but I'm still on Injustice shit, and I went to the Reddit for that, and one guy is asking for Etrigan the Demon for DLC,
Cool.
and then the top comment is, "I have a bone to pick, not to sound like a snob, but this bow should have rhymed. You had one job." 51 upvotes. That guy's a genius.
You're stoned.
Me? No, I'm not. I'm drinking Heineken though. I am. I mean, do we have anything else, or
my hiney?
do we want to free ball it, or do you want to do the news stuff?
Did
We
you
can
have-
totally skip news.
have you got what kind of news is it?
It's not as. I don't
No,
think it's
I
as
don't know,
long
but
as
do
the
you
other one was either. I think I kind
Yeah.
of shortened it.
I mean, I'm down for whatever.
Yeah, that's
okay.
not much. Feel free to stop me at any point. But first one, obviously, biggest story: Guardians, huge box office, 428 million. 41% of that 428 million is from 3D sales. Pretty big, actually.
Yeah, I saw 3D.
Their Marvel's 15th straight #1 movie.
Wow.
Damn.
I mean, are we really that surprised?
I mean, it's
insane.
just hearing it out loud. It's startling.
It gives me a boner.
It gives me a big old comic boner. It gives my dog a boner.
Ooh, a big one.
That's right. All right. Next item is the royal family unites in the first look for Marvel's Inhumans TV show. A lot of Inhumans talk this week. I don't know anything about the original. Sorry, you know,
I don't think that photo looks as bad as people are shitting on it now.
I
but
don't know why
whatever.
people don't like that lady's hair because it looks like the comic hair.
People are shitting on it. I didn't even know this.
I mean, I know it's a TV
The
show.
costumes and stuff,
personally
yeah.
Wished her hair looked better. I don't hate it, but you know, it's me being a comic nerd. I know it's just a TV show. She can't do too much, but
The thing I like
we'll
about
see. It's just a photo, so we'll see.
Oh, I see.
thing I like about
see.
I
that-
wouldn't even watch it. I do want to see that. I do want to see that big dog though. That's gonna be fucking cool.
Oh yeah, they do gotta have him in there.
And if they gotta play, if Black
Lockjaw.
Bolt isn't in the costume by end of first season, by middle of first season, then it ain't worth watching.
Well, he's in the costume in the photo. Just doesn't have.
He doesn't have the mask on.
No, I mean like mask. You think we're gonna get the tuning fork or no?
I need tuning for it.
I need.
That's all I need in my life.
I think if they're playing up
Can't
the
get
gear,
no tuna if you don't use your tuner. That's a
Wow.
guitar joke I made up.
Well, bro. All right. Let's move on from that.
Fuck.
Okay, I see the hair thing now. I'm not too familiar with this whole series, but yeah, I can see that. Honestly, that doesn't really bother me at all. What are they gonna do? Have like 3D hair on this chick the whole time?
Yeah, dog.
It's got a Medusa, bro.
It's got a Medusa up in that bitch.
It needs the Medusa. I
Medusa.
gotta go drop a Medusa.
Oh man,
Sorry, man. I'm just fucking. I've had a few.
that's okay, man. I'm on my third Heine right now.
I have lots tequila.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll continue. We'll move on. Never mind.
Joe, are you up
Put a
to
pin
date
in that
on the Flash?
I am not, dude.
Oh.
Last thing I saw of the Flash was that big him and Grog. I mean, was it Grog fight
Grodd.
scene in that?
Yeah, that was this season. All right, you're not too far off.
They not had a ton of episodes since then.
Not a whole lot. They skipped a few weeks, but
That's good.
Savitar was revealed this week. That was big in Flash news. I'm not going to spoil that. Well, it was okay. Not as bad as how bad Arrow's gotten.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Director Doug Liman recently spoke to We Got Covered while promoting his last film, The Wall. Liman was asked about the state of the sequel for Edge of Tomorrow. His response was, "I'm actively working on Edge of Tomorrow 2 right now, which is going to go by the title Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat."
Nice.
Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt are both signed on.
Awesome.
That's like just today, I think, this news. Maybe yesterday, I don't know, but that's like pretty recent. Let's see what else we got. Gears of War adaptation locks down Avatar writer. That was another thing this week. Defenders came out. Aquaman director shared the first photo of filming. Aquaman began production this week. And what else we got? There's a new Wesley Snipes movie called The Recall. Original Spider-Man movie's getting a Blu-ray re-release, including an extended third movie called 3.1. Yeah. And let's see. And then, of course, the WGA writer's strike was averted.
Yay.
Yay, we all have jobs in LA. So, yeah, that would have definitely gotten in the way of me and Joey. So, that's it for the news.
Maddie, I picked up the listeners as well. There's a Aliens Dead Orbit and a Predator Hunters comics that just came out the past 2 weeks. I shall be reading those soon.
Yeah. Cool.
I haven't really gotten any Alien or Predator books, so I kind of feel good on starting at these number ones. But yeah, I'm excited. So
I've read a lot of the older Predator and Aliens comic stuff.
Oh, one more thing. There was that Spawn thing I posted.
Tons of sales on Comixology.
Tom McFarlane's still trying to get that Spawn movie made.
Yeah, did you see him with the script the other day?
Yes, I posted that.
I bet he printed out a title page and fucking punched holes in like 1,000 pages. He's like, I'm working my way down. We're gonna slim it up. I'm like, it's probably just drawings and sketches in there of
he's doing a Trump. He's like, I got this great script.
Yeah, this great thing to try and drum up.
It's gonna be amazing.
I don't trust Todd McFarlane as far as I can throw.
You turn
Never
over the
have.
page and it's like you said.
Do you not like Spawn at all?
I don't think it's as cool as people think, but I like it somewhat. I don't know. I don't hate on it so much, but I don't know. That's a whole other conversation.
I'm excited.
I don't think anybody. Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to say anything about it yet.
Crazy about it.
I never really was too into it.
I've always liked Spawn, but I never liked that big boot thing he had on one leg.
Yeah,
that was something even as later on. They added that later on.
Even as a kid, I knew it was just too ridiculous for my tastes. Then I was just like, I need something maybe a little more down to earth. I guess X-Men was that for me, or in that case, Batman.
I stopped after issue 22 or 24 or something because I don't know. I just didn't really care where it was going, but I liked all the Violator stuff. I thought that was really good. The sort of Mel Bogey, those characters were cool. But about 25,
kind of
I was kind of
90s. But I don't completely hate on it so much, and I don't completely hate Todd McFarlane, but
it's just kind of weird because it was trying to be gritty and real. It's trying to be gritty and real like Batman in a sense.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Batman parallels. He's in a dark city. There's two cops that he'll talk to.
It just seemed back in the day he was trying to be edgy and provocative, and that was Image's whole thing. So I liked Jim Lee a lot, but of course I liked him on the X-Men. Once they went to Image, I never really got too into the early Image stuff. I'm more into Image now.
Yeah, with early Image, I was big into it because of Jim Lee Wildcats, stuff
Right,
like that.
yeah.
But like a lot of the guys, like his Deathblow comics or sort of like Wet Works, and a lot of those stuff
I
were
like
just like
Wetworks, yeah.
were delayed for years. You'd get like
Yeah.
maybe 2 issues a year of something, and it just they were
Yeah.
so inconsistent with their
Yeah,
books
totally.
that you just kind of fall off, or like you
Yeah,
just
I'm like,
one or
where
2 titles and that's
yeah.
it.
Where's Spawn now? You know what I mean? Because they still do a continuing series of Spawn.
Yeah, it's still going
What-
on.
What
I'd like to find, like-
godforsaken events have transpired?
They're around like
in that
300. I feel like they've probably already passed it.
hellish
But you could
universe,
Google like best Spawn runs and probably get some good shit. It's
Yeah.
been going on for long enough.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Greg Capullo came out of that, and he's doing fucking fantastic job with DC. He went from an artist I never really liked that much to an
Agreed.
artist that I fucking love.
I
He's
agree.
incredible now.
It just takes
I
time.
like
You got to
this
develop
one,
your
man.
form. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
After a couple of years,
Yeah,
like
he's a
you're
badass
just kind of like
now.
your artwork's not really like
Yeah,
sort of. It's hard to like look at somebody and oh yeah, that's this person. But after a
Yeah.
couple of years, you start to develop that like that's your look and style. Like oh great,
Yeah,
this guy is
totally.
like
Dude, when
Totally.
I picked up his Batman run, I was like, this is the dude that did fucking Spawn before I even read the name.
yeah,
oh yeah, you
From
could
when
definitely
he took over
for
in
sure.
the 90s.
yeah,
So-
totally. But anyway, yeah, we'll see.
And I
That
was
was a good.
hesitant.
It was,
I was like,
it was a good little video of Todd McFarlane fucking with the script and everything. A man
He's
can
still
dream.
trying, man.
I love
Because
that.
I always
I'm
wondered
like, well,
with comics, it's like you get a lot of like with Jim Lee and Todd McFarlane, you get a lot of I don't want to call them copiers, but their styles are very
Yeah.
similar to
Yeah.
these other guys, and maybe I don't know if they're just learning to draw from these guys, and so their style like becomes
Like,
that, or if
twice,
there's like
3
a school,
times removed
yeah.
from
Well, I mean,
any life reference.
I'm sure the producers of comics like we want a Jim Lee style, so you got to
Yeah.
draw like Jim Lee to get that
Right.
style.
That's why,
I mean,
I
you
was
got to
like,
get your foot in the door first.
yeah, exactly. It's like, is that a thing too, where you like go to Jim Lee school and learn to draw like Jim Lee? Eventually you develop your own style, which is great. But I just see it a lot, and I'm just curious about that.
I feel like in the early days of comics, everything looked really similar. It's only like in like the 90s and stuff and probably the 80s where stuff started being like, oh, I can tell this style from this style and this from this and that, Where
I
they're
mean,
like,
it was Stan Lee's idea to put credits on the front of comics like movies, right? Before that, no one gave a shit.
Could be. I'm not really sure. But
So to differentiate between artists, I don't think that kind of world even existed then.
yeah. You really. I mean, you'd look, I guess, inside or whatever. Would show it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. Yeah.
I did like McFarlane figures though. They loved me some Spawn toys.
And
I
this
love that
Pumpkin
HBO
figure.
show. I've only read like the first few.
Yeah, and the
comics,
HBO
but
show.
I liked
The
it.
HBO show was the shit because I am very passionate about like adult animation
Yeah. Right.
type
and
of
that's
shit. Yeah.
what's
That's
that
one of
guy's
the
name?
best. That's one of the great. Chuck Patton.
Keith David too. Keith David, his
yeah.
favorite thing. Yeah, Chuck Patton did that as well. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to see Spawn in anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, that
And
was,
even if
that
it's
was
shitty
big
to
when we were
see
growing
some-
up,
Even if it's shitty to actually see him get to a point where he's making the movie and we see like the new costume and what the effects look like and like how like just the new vision of it. Even if it's crappy, it will be pretty damn entertaining. I got to admit.
I mean, what like Netflix or HBO should like let him like. I mean, I wouldn't mind a new animated show. Like, why? Like, I don't know why he's so hell bent on like a movie. Like,
Yeah, because he wants to be
Just
the
a
next
cool new
fucking
animated
Frank
series.
Miller.
well, that ain't gonna happen.
Transcend the fucking the barriers of
he needs to
comic
do more
book.
comics. And like, I mean, he basically stopped after, like I said, about Spawn issue like 25. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't really doing it anymore.
Yeah, I think it was
so.
just
It basically
writing
just
them.
became McFarlane toys and buying baseballs.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. He's
basically
trying to
becoming
get back
a
some of his glory. Which now would be the time to do it. There's things are very bankable on this kind of like 90s retro adaptations and reboots and stuff. Like now
Yeah,
would
it's
be
like-
the time.
it's like I miss all these guys like Jim Lee, J. Scott Campbell, Travis Charest. That's how you
Oh
say
yeah,
it.
that's my boy.
And Todd McFarlane. It's like you guys don't have to do a monthly book for 5 years. Like Throw us a 6-issue series, man. Give us a little something. I miss you guys.
Yeah, I know, totally, totally.
Like, you're a great artist, man. I want to continue seeing
Yeah.
your work.
Do you guys have a favorite comic book artist?
Oh,
Like
hell yeah.
number one? Who?
Oh, fuck.
You just said so emphatically.
I know. There's
Like
a
you had a
lot, though.
chamber.
There's a lot. I'm like, who is my
I don't know if I
one
can
favorite?
say
I can
one.
name off a bunch. Hold on, let me think. I think right now my favorite is fucking. Hold on, I gotta read the guy's name. I just forgot.
I like
Cory Walker. Cory Walker, the guy that co-created Invincible with Robert Kirkman. He did this sketch blog a few years ago where he drawing every day, and he got so fantastically amazing. And then he comes back to do. He doesn't draw the series anymore continually. It's Ryan Otley, who's also really amazing.
Yeah, but he's been doing it since the
But Cory
first.
Walker. Yeah, Ryan Otley's
Ryan
been
Otley.
doing it since the second or third book. Cory Walker stopped really early on, but he helped create the character.
Okay.
But he comes back in to draw, like, fill-in spots, and he's done a couple of his own things on the side, and he's just a fucking dope artist. Oliver Copiel, fucking
Yes.
Kerry Nord, Stuart Immonen, his work.
Yeah, dude, he fucking
Immonen, yeah, his
he
shit
came out
on
of
the
nowhere
newer.
for me, man. Like
Yeah.
I saw him. He did the all new X-Men run
Yes,
maybe
it's fucking
4 years
beautiful.
ago, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow, who is this guy? And then I started seeing his old stuff. I was like, yeah, he's just one of those guys that, like,
Yeah.
Damn, I'm looking at
you
Eminem now.
see his artwork and he's good, but then, like, you know, he developed his style a little later on, and you're like, wow, okay, this guy is
Yeah.
fucking killing it.
Yeah. Fuck,
Yeah, his shit is
Lionel
good.
Francis Yu was my dude.
Andrew, you should look at, or probably Stefan.
Eduardo Rizzo. Anyway.
Eduardo, yes, he's great. I just looked up Cory Walker, put his name, went to images, and there's a lot of Supergirl stuff.
Oh yeah,
he was
That
all
looks
about some
really good.
Supergirl.
Yeah,
I just saw that.
He
as
did
well.
great costume and character designs, and his shit's
Yeah,
so
for
simple
sure.
and to the point. Oh man, Jeff Darrow, fucking, that's a whole other conversation.
Nice.
there's so many for me. Like, again, I could, you know, you named quite a few, but
Yeah.
I think
my
at the end
favorite,
of the
probably
day,
my
like, I'm
favorite.
still-
If we can say a favorite,
It's
Mike
Jim Lee
Mignola.
guy.
Mike Mignola is my favorite comic book artist of all time, for sure.
What were you saying, Joey?
Jim Lee.
Oh, Jim Lee. Yeah.
Yeah, he's always gonna be my favorite. But there's so many good ones out there right now.
Hell
Maddie, did you have one? You were about to say something.
I don't know. I'm really digging Fiona Staples saga stuff.
Cool.
I follow her on
Yeah,
Instagram.
she's
Her stuff's
amazing.
so fucking dope. I like Paul Pope a lot.
Yeah.
What's his name? Raphael
Albuquerque?
What's a guy
Yeah.
who does Old Man Logan now, and he did a fucking dope run on a Green Arrow too.
He did American
who was-
Vampire, which you all should read.
Yeah,
Cool.
Frank Quietly, I think is fucking amazing. I wish he would
yes.
just like pick a
He's
series and fucking stay
incredible.
with it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I mean, All Star.
Because I
mean,
feel like
that's
I'll get
classic
into a
shit.
series and then I'll drop out of it. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
This Fiona
You
Staples
gotta,
shit's
you gotta
awesome.
read. You gotta read. What is it called? We Three, about these three animals. It's drawn by Frank Quietly.
I read it. It's great. It's
Yes.
fucking great.
Okay. Yeah. Audience,
haven't
if
read
you
that
haven't
one.
heard of it,
It's fucking depressing.
It's fucking
and
awesome.
fucking-
It's depressing, but weird and great.
have you been
Yeah.
reading Invincible, Stefan?
Yeah, I've read well, I haven't read the entire series just yet. I'm a couple books behind, but I have 17 of the fucking hard copies, and I just started reading them on my phone. It's
Oh,
probably my
it's so
favorite
good.
superhero series right
Yeah,
now.
it's so good, man.
Yeah, it just keeps, every time I think it's gonna grow stale. Well, it's grown a little stale here and there, but every time you think they get into a lull, it like picks up and twists and just keeps moving. Like I love where they are now just as much as I loved where it all began, and like so much has happened in this universe, and you know they have all the mistakes of older comic book heroes and ages, and not even mistakes, but they have all this lore to kind of pull from and reinterpret their own way.
Right,
Robert
and
Kurtzman,
they have their consequences, man. You know, if they do
Yeah.
something, there's big consequences.
yeah. I'm not sure if this was a rumor. I read something back. It might have been a fake post or something, but I thought I read something about Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg pushing for an Invincible series
That'd be awesome.
or film or something like that, because it would be like it's like as much superhero fun as they have, it's so fucking brutal and gory and violent, and just like it's got that twisted dark humor to it. Such a great series, probably one of my favorites. I love it.
Nice. My answer would be like saying Spielberg's your favorite director, but I my favorite's Alex Ross probably.
Yeah.
I totally. Yeah.
He's been doing a lot of Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, or no, he's doing Avengers covers now. So yeah,
I always like how he painted. I always like how he painted seam lines and like stitches in the costumes and shit, and he had these people in like these death-defying poses and stuff, but they still have. You could see somebody had to sit there and hem their costume.
I like
it's like that golden age kind of silver
classic nature. Yeah, the kind of classic nature. He even draws like them older, like Batman, Superman, a little bit older, a little bit paunchy.
Yeah,
you know, like a little rounder around the middle. And I think that kind of shit is so awesome. He kind of draws it back to the golden age a lot of the time, but he also did like Gotcha Man and shit. He has some Japanese stuff he's done, which
the way he interprets, the way he portrays realism in his art is really cool, because you can, you know, because it's almost like he's painting movie costumes from old movies rather than like.
Yeah, definitely he is. Yeah,
Andrew, have you read
one of the best?
Have you read the one shot issues that Alex Ross did of like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman?
Oh yeah, those ones with no cartoon bubbles.
No, there's dialogue, but they're massive issues. They're like,
oh yeah, I've seen those.
Like an 18 by 20. They're huge, but they're like it's called Batman or Superman
War.
Hope and
Batman's War.
War, and those. They're awesome.
Yes. I have
read those.
I have read those. They're awesome. The best one I think though is Kingdom Come. I haven't read them all, but as far as Alex Ross stuff, I mean, I like things that are kind of like super epic in nature like that, and there's a lot of like religious undertones in it. I mean, Mark Waid wrote it. He's a son of a preacher, and he's one of the few guys that likes to write Superman more than Batman, because you can get that like huge, sweeping, grand story from Superman more than Batman. And despite his maybe lack of realism and relatability, so I don't know. I personally, Kingdom Come is just so awesome. The whole having not just the cover, but the whole fucking thing done in that
painted
style.
Yeah, he's a brilliant man.
And they have like, what's his name? The Spectre, you know, the guy with the green costume.
Yeah,
is like the Ghost of Christmas Past type of thing in that story, and it's just man, it's just so good. I think I love that shit, man.
Did you read Marvels, Andrew?
I haven't read Marvels.
Marvels is awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
If
I'll check it out.
Whenever you get done with New X-Men, let me know. I'll let you borrow it.
All right. I will. Oh shit. Well, I want to just hint at the thing for next week. It's seeming at this point in time that we will have a very, very good guest next week. I kind of want to keep it under wraps for now, if that's okay, guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't even.
His first name is Mark, and his first name is Mark, and his last name rhymes with Schmammel.
No, that would be amazing. It's not Mark Hamill, but it's a pretty big one, and well, that's all I can say for now. Maybe if you check out our Twitter, you can figure it out, though, and that's all I'll say. That's it for me, guys. I mean, what else do you guys have?
That's it for me. Love you.
I got nothing. Kisses.
Kisses. Wow, that was amazing, bro.
Did he
What's
even
he
say
saying?
anything?
You said "Hi Hendaro." You said that's not, that's a hard circumstance. What was a full sentence?
I don't know. I just made it up.
Tai hen is like saying that's like rough. It's rough going.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. That's my life.
All right, now that sounds like Korean. You're just saying nonsense.
That's my life.
If you said like
Shit.
like Saikin Tai hen,
no, I don't know.
like that's like things have been rough lately. Like Saikin is lately. Tai hen
Right, you got to teach me some. I'll come back with it
Okay.
next time around.
Next time on Andrew's Japanese Corner. In America,
Yeah,
you reward knowledge, but
we should have a
Japan,
section where you
punish. We punish.
Where you just teach me Japanese.
Okay, sounds great.
Hadouken!
Okay, well, I guess that's been episode 70, y'all.
70. Ow!
See you later.
Bye.